means of winning.
Huge victory. Champions on that champions. History has been made his.
It's what we all desire. It's what fuels our fire. What makes us battle until the final buzzer.
Keep that World Cup dreams alive.
Phenomenal.
It's what brings everyone together. To fight for a shared goal, to push each other forward. It's what creates moments that we'll remember all our life.
Marking it for the game. Got it!
So mark your calendars and be a part of the battle for the ultimate trophy.
Woo! He's having a good day.
Because when we win for one,
Are you kidding me?
we win for all.
Well, good evening, Basel fans all over the world, and welcome here to the Philippine Arena for the 2023 FIBA Basel World Cup. It is currently going to be our host, Gilas Pilipinas, taking on the Dominican Republic. Well, hello, everybody. I'm your commentator, Josh Bett, alongside head coach Will Voigt, a 2016 Olympic coach of Team Nigeria. Will, we are in for history. History is being made here today at the Philippine Arena.
Yeah, you know, for anybody out there who's not familiar with Filipino basketball, this is a great introduction. It's a country that absolutely loves the game, and we're seeing it on display at tonight's match.
Well, again, go back to 1994. FIBA set history with one Shaquille O'Neal, the MVP of the 1994 FIBA Basketball World Cup in Canada, set a record playing in front of 32,616 spectators. We've yet to know how many fans have come in here tonight at the Philippine Arena, but for sure we have set a new milestone. We're now going to get set to introduce some players from the Dominican Republic. And of course, you know, there are quite a lot of good players on this team, but one player to mind, you know who I'm talking about, three-time NBA All-Star Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, no question. I mean, his addition to this group really changes everything for them. Dynamic scorer. He's been playing a lot on the perimeter in their two tune-up games. I would expect to see more of the same tonight, but such a dynamic matchup, can hurt you inside and outside.
Well, of course, the Dominican Republic coming into this game, you know, as many have said, the favorites, but as Eloy Vargas having just spent a season playing with Chotramundos in Venezuela, he has a bit of NBA and G League experience.
Yeah, I mean, there's several guys here with NBA G League experience. You know, Vargas, obviously a vet who's seen a lot of it, but you know, you have Lester Quinones as well, who's going to be a huge spark plug for them. I would expect big scoring numbers from him throughout this tournament.
Quinones, as you mentioned, the most improved player of the 2023 NBA G League season. Of course, big expectations to hit the bill with this Dominican Republic team, coached by the great Che Garcia. And you know, when it comes to winning, this man has the formula.
No question. I mean, you know, what Nestor's been able to accomplish is incredible. And obviously his success with Venezuela in the last go-around, you know, shows that he can take a group and mold them into a contender.
Well, Philippines now getting set to introduce their team. There you can see the one man that everybody's talking about. He is becoming already an iconic hero here in the Philippines.
Well, you know, these fans have actually, you know, fallen in love with him, and I think he has a chance to probably be the leading scorer of the World Cup. He'll have the ball in his hands a lot. They're going to need him to score big numbers for them to be successful.
Well, they just saw 7'3" prodigy Kai Soto currently playing for the Hiroshima Dragonflies in the Japanese B-League. Experienced center Juma Fajardo played for Gilas Pilipinas under Chart Reyes at the 2014 FIBA World Cup. And CJ Perez, he played for Gilas in 2019, where, unfortunately for the Philippines, they finished rock bottom up. And you know, you played against them. You had a victory against them when you were coaching Angola.
We did. You know, I had a big overtime win against them in China. Tons of Filipino fans were at that game. And the president of the country also flew in to watch that game. So, you know, their support is worldwide.
Well, there is AJ Adu, actually grew up in Great Britain, the son of a Nigerian mathematician and a Filipino mother, but again, he is featured with Kai Soto at the junior level at the Asian Championships and also the FIBA Under-19 World Cup. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to stand for the national anthems with Chart Reyes and Che Garcia to pay homage and respect to these two beautiful countries of the Philippines and the Dominican Republic.
Little champions, inspiring future generations of basketball stars. Give a round of applause to Wanda Little Champions.
Well, we do apologize there. We will see the national anthems momentarily. But again, here are the FIBA World Rankings brought to you by Nike. Italy, obviously, they're heavy favorites in this group, Coach. We get things could change as this tournament goes around. But now we actually will stand for the national anthems of both Italy and Dominican Republic.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of the Philippines.
The emotion, anticipation, again, a historical day here for FIBA World Cup basketball. And as you can see, we have a near-capacity crowd at the Philippine Arena. Well, we're going to get set to introduce our three referees for tonight's game, and we're very proud to say that we have some of the finest referees in world basketball. They've done an excellent job at all of our competitions, and they'll continue to do so. We have Ganta Challenge, Leonardo Taradar, and Johan Rosso coming from France, Argentina, and Latvia. Well, Coach, we're going to take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. I guess we probably will start with the Dominican Republic, I imagine, but no doubt, of course, we're going to go with the Philippines. Very interested to see how Chart Reyes, but Jordan Clarkson is going to be in this starting five.
He's going to be huge. I mean, the ball's going to be in his hands a lot. They're going to rely on him to create his own offense, which, you know, is what he does best. So What they put around him, I think will be interesting to see, but for sure, the majority of the shots are going to come from him.
Well, Pagoy also featured for the Philippines at the 2019 FIBA World Cup. Dwight Ramos, currently playing for Hokkaido Lavenga in the Japanese B-League. EJ Adu just fresh out of university, and Japeth Aguilar has played in the last, consider this one too, 3 FIBA World Cups for Gilas Pilipinas.
Yeah, and you know, Japeth in 2009 actually came to Bakersfield Jam tryout camp that I was running, so incredible to see him still playing here and at a high level.
Well, there's a huge accolade for Jordan Clarkson. People need to remember just how great of an NBA player he is. 2021 NBA Sixth Man of the Year. That just goes to show the level of caliber play. But this man, the expectations are very high. Kai Sotto, as we mentioned, playing for Hiroshima Dragonflies. Opening game is in February of 2023 against the Okinawa Ruku Golden Kings. You can see so far the World Cup qualifiers just averaging under a double-double with 9.3 rebounds. But Kai has got to deliver in front of plus 40,000 Gilas Pilipinas fans.
Yeah, no question. A lot of pressure on the young 21-year-old, but such a dynamic player at 7'3", can go inside and outside, and for sure will be the future of Gilas moving forward.
Well, that was Chart Reyes, the head coach of TNT Tropangiga. Has been many times in and out of the squad working as an assistant consultant, also times as a head coach. But again, when Karl-Anthony Towns is in the house, you know the party's going to get started.
Well, you know, his addition to them late in their test round, really you could see the difference. You know, he's a dynamic player. I mean, he does it at the NBA level, night in, night out.
That's a big lineup with Eloy Vargas and Karl-Anthony Towns. But as you mentioned, you know, Lester Quinones, he's going to have a big impact along with Andres Feliz and Victor Liz.
No question. I mean, you know, Lester Quinones is a bucket. He brings that Golden State Warrior mentality with him here. I expect him to, you know, at times want to try to match Clarkson a little bit head for head. So that could be exciting to watch.
3-time NBA All-Star, as you see there with Karl-Anthony Towns. But again, a man who has featured for the Dominican Republic at the senior level and at the junior level, but not as big as a FIBA World Cup. Well, Lester Quinones, NBA G League Most Improved Player last season. This is a great platform for him to show the entire world of international basketball just how great a player he is.
Yeah, absolutely. He had some huge games in the G League last season. Also continued his success in the NBA Summer League. So I'm sure he's brimming with confidence and you know, excited to get things underway.
Well, Nestor Che Garcia, a champion at the FIBA Americup level in 2015 with El Vino Tinto, Venezuela, was the head coach of his native country of Argentina, but decided to make a change, and it was him instead who got Dominican Republic qualified for the 2023 FIBA World Cup with one of the greatest comebacks in the qualifiers in the final window of the very final game. As I said, this man has the DNA of a winner.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, his teams always adopt that mantra of gritty defense. I expect the same. He's got a little more scoring dynamic with this Dominican Republic team, but, you know, his teams always play hard and defend.
Well, again, we thank to all the live viewers currently watching us on Courtside 1891. And this is going to be an epic showdown. The Philippines, a country where basketball is bigger than life. It's more important than life and death. Simply, everybody in this country is basketball mad. Well, they won 3rd place at the 1954 FIBA World Cup. That was the 2nd ever FIBA World Cup. The inaugural FIBA World Cup was in 1950 in Argentina. The second one took place in Brazil, and that is their highest finish ever.
Yeah, and you see standing next to him, Tim Crone, American coach who's had a ton of success here in the Philippines with the PBA as an assistant coach now with Gilas.
Well, this is the 4th appearance for the Dominican Republic. And, you know, you have to go back 45 years ago. And, you know, we're going to be there tomorrow. The Araneta Arena was the host venue for the 1978 FIBA World Cup in which the former Yugoslavia were crowned champions. And now our official sponsor, the Tissot Countdown to Tip-Off, is underway. Well, I mean, goosebumps. That's all you can feel. The fans are really up this occasion. For Gilas Pilipinas to come out victorious, this crowd has to be the 6th player on the floor.
No, absolutely right. You know, I think both teams really come into this game knowing how important it is. Italy, obviously, the clear favorites of the group, but that 2nd spot really up for grabs. I think a lot will be told from the result from this game. So both teams for sure excited for the match.
We're about to get this party started. Karl-Anthony Towns has entered the floor, and he's probably going to match up with AJ Adu. Jumar Fajardo and Kai Soto will be coming off the bench. Well, again, we have stressed this enough. This is 2023, and history was made not long ago. Well, we say not long ago, of course, a time when Shaquille O'Neal was a player for the United States of America. In 1994, Shaquille O'Neal was a member, the MVP of the FIBA 1994 FIBA World Cup, of course, in which 32,616 spectators set a record. Tonight, we've reached a new milestone. We'll give you the official numbers as soon as we know, but we have definitely broken that record tonight.
Yeah, incredible atmosphere here. You know, it's not often you see an arena this size, and to see all the Gilas fans come out and support their team's really great.
Well, AJ Adu will jump this with Karl-Anthony Towns. AJ Adu spending his college career at the University of Toledo. What an opportunity it is to go up against an NBA caliber player, a three-time NBA All-Star. Well, again, to all of our fans in the Dominican Republic, hola, bienvenidos, and to all of our fans in the Philippines, magandang gabi. Let's get this party started. The Dominican Republic now will have the very first possession of the game. Philippine crowd trying to get behind him. There's a baseline play by Liz. No foul calls. A good defense by Dwight. Well, I think that was Ara Pagoy, but at one point there was a slight reach in there. Guided by AJ Adu. Dominican Republic now trying to settle into their offense. Quinones giving this one up to Victor Lees. Three is up and no good. Again, coach, look at the hustle there by Ara Pagoy, diving on the floor, making sure the Dominican Republic don't come up with an offensive rebound. Ramos goes in for a floater, and again, getting the first 2 points of the game.
And Ramos can be a real X factor for them. Probably one of their best shooting perimeter guys outside of Clarkson.
Well, Dominican Republic just trying to deal with the nerves. As the backdoor plays, Victor Lees goes up and a bit of contact, but no foul calls. Ramos trying to push the tempo in the backcourt. And the Philippines are having to deal with two very big players on the court, Vargas and Karl-Anthony Towns. Boston coming off one ball screen, goes to the mid-range. Can't get this one. Now you can start to hear the boos. Remember, we're over 40,000 fans here. Not going in the lane 5. Vargas gets rejected. Well, AJ Adu says, not in my house. And now you can see Clarkson, quick three, puts it up.
You know, that's the kind of shot that I think we're going to have to get used to. Obviously, he hits that, this crowd erupts.
Well, both teams now trying to go for a bit of run and gun basketball. Tempo needs to be the key here, but composure and control in their offense.
Yeah, really nice job there for Clarkson selling that foul. You know, sometimes NBA guys don't know the nuances there of the international game, but you know, you see him early on really selling that.
Well, Ramos inbounding this one here on the side. Adu guided by Karl-Anthony Towns. Philippines trying to settle into their offense here. The Dominicans being very aggressive. Towns winding down here with 5. Makes the penetration, pulls up in mid-range. Again, getting good looks, but unable to knock him down.
Yeah, you know, those are looks that they will live with. I'm surprised, actually, that Gilas isn't running more early ball screens for him.
Well, Pagoy's got numbers. He's got Ramos. Got to go himself in the end. Well, interesting take there, but didn't get the putback by AJ Adu.
And this crowd already into it early, something that Gilas will be looking to feed off of all game.
Well, Pagoy had numbers there. It was a 3-on-1, decided to go himself, but he was lucky that AJ Adu came up with a loose ball. Going for a three-pointer, puts this one up, can't get it. Gilas secures a rebound, trying to extend their lead. You know for sure, here's going to be their go-to player. Clarkson running circles around the defense, and again, a bit of a sloppy offense there by Gilas Filipinas.
But those early drag screens, I expect to see a lot of that. You know, I think they're going to want to keep the ball in Clarkson's hands as much as possible. And the Dominican Republic has been playing drop defense throughout their tune-up. So until they start trapping, you know, why not? Keep it in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, Karl-Anthony Towns just trying to find his momentum here, trying to build that identity. Goes down the pace. Gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line and just goes right over the advertisement board.
And I like that set there, from the VR, putting him more at the mid post where, he's only 1 or 2 dribbles away from the rim. He has shot the ball well in his test games, but, I think here he's going to be more effective playing off those elbows.
Well, we're going to see now a man who's used to playing in NBA environments, how he deals with the free throws in front of the Philippine arena crowd at the moment. No problem here for the 3-time NBA All-Star.
Yeah, and expect full court pressure here from the Dominican Republic.
Cat makes both free throws. Dominican Republic tying the game up early on. She's playing over 3 minutes so far. Philippines trying to break this defense down with Japeth Aguilar. To Clarkson, goes in for another one. That's going to be a little bit off to the right. And now the Dominican Republic have numbers. He's giving this one up. The 3 is up. Again, no good. Both teams struggling a little bit early on from the perimeter. Ramos had a wide open look. Goes to Pagoy. 3 is up. 3 is good. Oh, Coach, I was going to say, Dwight Ramos gave him an easy layup.
Well, we like to say good to great. I agree. I think he had the easy one, but, it's really nice to see him looking for teammates on the perimeter.
Well, Karl-Anthony Towns now triple teams. Somebody should be open on this offense. Well, comes up, finds Eloy Vargas, and he throws it down with 2 hands. Well, the big man just coming in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, unlucky bounce there.
Dominican Republic's defense now trying to make this tough here for the Philippines. Clarkson just being physically manhandled here. Makes a bit of contact, goes up, and just plays a bit of bully basketball. Somebody call the principal.
Yeah, surprised that the DR played that straight up. I would expect to see a little more trapping from him.
Well, Cat trying to go in, doesn't get it. Fights for his own rebound. Goes for the one-legged fadeaway. Still can't get it, but Dominican Republic battling for offensive boards. Feliz goes for another 3. It's the same story, and again, it's too easy here for the Dominicans.
And, a little bit of the nerves that we saw in the first game, and that's normal. Trying to get used to these rims, this court, and, of course, this crowd. Not surprising to see some missed shots.
Gilas Pilipinas just holding on to a 1-point lead due to our Pagoy's 3-pointer. Ramos pulls up in the mid-range. Rebound secured by Eli Vargas. Dominican Republic with a chance to take the lead. Something they haven't done so far here in the first quarter. There's a penetration, finds Lees in the corner. 3 is up and finally getting their first tray ball. That's beautiful basketball by the Dominicans.
Yeah, and the DR will use a lot of that we call delay action, but that 5 out with the bigs up on the perimeter, that's kind of their bread and butter offense.
You see the Philippines relying heavily here on Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson left wide open. Pagoy's made 1-3, takes another one. He's wide open, but he's got to knock those ones down if Gilas are going to have a chance here tonight. You can see right now the mental anxiety, as we talked about, both teams just trying to settle into this game. You can see early quite a bit of huffing and puffing going on.
Yeah, and that's to be expected. You just can't replicate the intensity of these games in test matches.
Well, a foul is going to be called against Jordan Clarkson. Too much protest there from Jordan Clarkson. It's interesting for NBA fans watching international basketball. What kind of calls would you get in the international game as opposed to the NBA/G League game?
Absolutely, and Steve Kerr had an interesting comment a few days ago that you in an NBA game there's 3-4 minutes where you might kind of be not at your best, and then internationally you can't afford that. That can be the difference in winning and losing.
Well, Kai Soto checking into the game for Gilas. Many have dumped in the prodigy, the future of this nation. Vargas being guarded by Jumar Fajardo. They go for another 3-pointer. Gilas going big here. But can he get something in their offense? Well, Kai left wide open. Kai goes for 3. Can't get it. Fajardo the offensive board. It's got to be big here. A foul's going to be called against Eloy Vargas. I don't know what I'd like to see more. I'd love to see the confidence of Kai Soto pulling up for a 3-pointer, or do I like seeing Jumar Fajardo really fight for an offensive board?
Well, you know, you've got the old and the young there on that play. So, you know, what does the 21-year-old Soto get? Matched up with Carl Towns and the pull-up three. And then, of course, Jumar's been doing this for years. Such a strong presence down low and on the boards.
Yeah, we talk about history here, having over 45,000 fans inside the building. Something we don't see in modern-day international or NBA basketball is having two centers as your power forward and your center on the court.
Yeah, that's true. Really big lineup for both teams out there right now. Curious to see how they use this defensively. Will Kai Soto stay one-on-one with Carl Towns, or will he receive some help from the perimeter?
Well, Jumar Fajardo currently playing in the Philippine Basketball Association with San Miguel. Picked up a knee injury in February in Utsunomiya, Japan at the East Asian Super League. But since then has recovered just in time for his third FIBA World Cup. He's featured for Gilas in Spain in 2014, China in 2019. My word, historically, arguably one of the greatest PBA players he'll go down as.
And you see Angel Delgado checking into the game, another player with U.S. experience, really a heavy load down the block, really good low post scorer.
For the PBA MVP, Scotty Thompson also checking in for Gilas. Going to play in the backcourt along with Jordan Clarkson. Dominican Republic trying to weather the storm early on in front of this crowd. But this is the man they want to get going. Again, he has a little bit of a quick step there against Kai Soto. That could be a problem for Gilas.
Well, he's a problem for anyone, to be honest. You know, it's a tough matchup out on that perimeter. I think the difference when he is out there, their guards need to be pulled in more than that. So we shouldn't see late reacting fouls. We should see guys really crowding him, making him pass the ball early.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns, as you mentioned, you know, he is going to have to really, in this game over the next 40 minutes, try to get used to getting to the free throw line and just making every single charity stripe shot he can, especially in front of this, I wouldn't say hostile crowd, but just overly passionate crowd.
And you know, I think that's where his strength lies, especially if Soto's on him. His diffused physical advantage.
Well, again, Dwight Ramos saving the ball out of bounds. Even a wide open layup, but it was a rejection there. Philippines need to take care of the rebounds. A great job by the Dominican Republic. 3-point ball game so far. Clarkson has another wide open three. Pulls up for this one. Still can't get it to drop.
Yeah, these are good looks for him. You see him shaking his head there.
Well, here's a clear mismatch. Towns looking to take on another foul going to be called again. Count it! Well, Cat gets one. He's going back to the charity stripe. A three-time NBA All-Star just dominating on the floor right now.
And you can see that physicality. You know, he's just so much stronger than Soto out on the perimeter, but as I was saying earlier, where's the help from the guards? You know, you can't leave him on an island. We need to see more of that off-ball help.
Oh, that's a good point you made there. But then, you know, the question I have for you is, you know, if you come and double team Karl Anthony Towns, you know, you have the big danger of leaving so many wide open shooters on the perimeter.
You know, I think it's less that you're running at him and more that you're showing him a crowd. So he's not going to be comfortable putting his head down, dribbling through bodies. But if he sees a lane, he's going to take it. And that's what we've seen on these last two possessions.
Well, Coach John Reyes not taking any chances right now, changing Kai Soto for AJ Adu, identifying that Adu probably has the quickest step to defend Karl Anthony Towns on the perimeter. Scotty Thompson, a member of the possibly the greatest franchise in the history of Philippine basketball, Ginebra. Thompson turning it over. Clarkson coming back up with it. Kicks out. Thompson wide open. Three is up. Three is good. And this whole crowd just erupts into electricity.
And interesting that Thompson playing on the ball with Clarkson off the ball when he came in.
Well, Ramos trying to be aggressive. Here's a little floater in the lane. Doesn't get it. And that's a good look. He's got to finish that one down. LJ Figueroa. Again, it's a very interesting decision, I think.
Yeah, I think he might have got a little lucky break there. But you know, I think they're trying to find moments where Clarkson doesn't have to handle everything. You know, Thompson also a capable shooting guard. So are they going to interchange, or are they going to keep Thompson as the primary point when he's in the game?
Well, AJ Adu coming out of the game, so without Karl Anthony Towns, Sean Reyes trying to adapt his lineup to a smaller play. Jamie Malonzo, who did feature for Gilas in many windows, but it's another turnover. trying to put a bit of pressure, but no problem in transition. And a beautiful attack by Mendoza. Rigoberto, another steal. And right now, the Dominican Republic, coach, they want this game a little bit more.
You know, there's definitely an intensity there. I think they came in knowing how important this was going to be.
Well, Juma having an isolation now. Bumping, goes for the tough fadeaway. The big man just goes to work. A strong move by Juma. Fajardo.
And important that Gilas does find a balance in their offense. It can't just be Clarkson all the time.
Well, Clarkson has one foul. Great defense. Buchanan, Dominican Republic, extending the three-point lead. Montero going down the lane. There's a contact. He'll be going back to the charity stripe yet again for the Dominican Republic. So far, they've shot 5 free throws. This is going to be 7 free throws already here in the first quarter. Now, defensively, is that something that's going to be a big concern for Chart Reyes in the timeout?
Well, I think it's got to be. You know, obviously, Karl-Anthony Towns was giving them problems with penetration, especially in these early games. You want to make them earn it from the perimeter. Everybody's a little jittery. You don't want to let them find a rhythm from free throws and easy baskets.
And Montero missing the first free throw, extending the Dominican Republic's lead to 4 points. So far, the defense by the Dominican players has been simply suffocating. Gilas hanging in there at the moment. Trying to go for penetration. Another turnover. They have numbers. Figueroa looking to go all the way. And Figueroa! Buenas noches. He just said good night to Manila. Extending the Dominican Republic's lead to 6 points. Gilas trying to get into a half-court set. Clarkson looking for an isolation now. Going in the key. Into an acrobatic circus shot, but at the moment, Jordan Clarkson clearly the only offensive threat here for Gilas.
Yeah, an interesting matchup there. They've got the young player Montero matched up with him. Big size advantage for Clarkson in that matchup.
Well, 3 is wide up by Montero. Then he took the gamble. Fajardo coming up with it. The Dominican Republic will live with those offenses because they are wide open looks, but another foul has been called. And Che Garcia right now giving it to the referee, and the home crowd giving it to Garcia.
Yeah, and you see Dominican Republic quickly switching that matchup, putting a bigger body there with Mendoza.
Well, here's the throwdown. And again, just took off and said one more time, muchos gracias. That's one way to silence the crowd in this game. Still a 4-point lead. Clarkson trying to dribble us down here for the last shot. I'm going to pick and roll with Juma Fajardo. Clarkson hesitating, almost lost it. Bit of contact, hangs in the air, can't get it. A great defense by the Dominican Republic, and at the end of the first quarter, it is the home team currently trailing by 4 points, 22-18, their opening game of the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Well, so far, Nestor Garcia probably relatively okay with how his players have started this game.
Yeah, I think so. You know, to only be shooting 1 for 8 from 3, still coming out of that quarter with the lead. He's probably feeling pretty good about that.
A good start so far from Karl-Anthony Towns. I mean, every time he's got the ball, he only has 6 points, but you can see it really has been a collective effort from the Dominican players. Yeah,
and you know, he's really been giving Gilas a lot of problems on the perimeter with his physicality, putting it on the deck, getting to the free throw line, drawing fouls.
Well, key thing right now going forward, here are some of the top plays of the first quarter. Well, Dwight Ramos getting the first field goal, making things happen. But another key thing, though, for the Philippines, too many turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got to take care of the ball, make sure that they're getting a quality shot on the offensive end.
Well, here's the backdoor play. Again, it's been quite beautiful basketball so far from the Dominican players. But again, they've had some costly turnovers themselves, but here was a 3-on-1. Karl-Anthony Towns just doing enough to keep Pagoy off the layup, with the follow-up by A.J. Adu. Well, Eloy Vargas, you know, what is it about him that makes him such a great player for this Dominican team?
Well, you know, he's seen it all, right? So, I mean, he's that calming veteran presence for so many of these guys. And obviously, he still brings a defensive presence to the floor. He's a big body, rebounds well, and can protect the rim.
Well, clearly, Chart Reyes saw that there was a defensive mismatch in which Karl-Anthony Towns was causing all sorts of problems to Kai Soto. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is the QR code for courtside 1891. Make sure you subscribe to get all the best stream schedules and scores. Currently, it is the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Coach, if you're Nestor Garcia, what do you think you're saying to your players right now during this interval of the first quarter?
I think he's got to be positive. You know, they didn't shoot the ball really well from three, yet here they are with a 4-point lead. They kept Clarkson in check. I think a few of those shots that Clarkson got, he can make. So, you know, making sure that his guys are aware. But all in all, he's got to feel pretty good.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, as we mentioned, so far becoming the 1-2 go play for Gilas Filipinas. But they need other players to step in and step up if they're going to get a victory here tonight. Remember, this game is so crucial because it could be one of the games that decides who finishes in second place.
Yeah, absolutely. I think both teams came into this matchup really thinking that a battle for second place in the group.
Well, Thompson being heavily defended. Gilas trailing by 4 points. Dominican Republic just trying to deal with the presence of the home crowd. Clarkson going behind the back. Puts on a little floater again. Jordan Clarkson just putting on a clinic right now here.
And maybe that's the shot that gets him going. You know, we all know he can light up with the best of them.
Well, so far, he has been the 1-2 option. The question will be for the next 3 quarters, can other players chip into the action? Being guarded by Dwight Ramos. That's a pump fake. They're going to call a foul against Scotty Thompson. Look at the move here. I mean, he is just taking Mendoza, as they would say in Spanish, back to La Escuela, giving him a school lesson at the moment. And the home crowd, they love the occasion. It's an interesting matchup defensively. Dwight Ramos defending Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns going for a step back, takes a three-pointer, and the 3-time NBA All-Star just punishes Dwight Ramos.
And there you see his skill set on display. First quarter, he's putting that on the deck into the rim there. He hits the step-back 3.
Well, Mendoza struggling to defend Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson going in with a floater, can't get it. Nobody battling for an offensive rebound except Juma Fajardo. And now can the Dominican Republic extend their lead? Well, Cat going for no man's land, and that's way off the mark. It's interesting, we've seen from both teams a tendency to really push the ball up the court and go for a quick three-pointer.
Well, you know, that's really more Gilas style. And there you see Clarkson hanging another one. Surprised that Dominican Republic has also been trying to run like that.
Well, Clarkson at the moment getting his first tray ball. Gilas still trailing by 2 points. But now Cat wants to go in the paint. Cat goes up, doesn't get the ad one. That's an interesting gamble that Gilas is taking right now. Dwight Ramos, about 6'3", 6'4" defending. You know, 6'11", 7 foot. All Cat's got to do is take him in the low block.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I've obviously tried a little bit of everything so far. Really tough matchup for him. I think the thinking was he was hurting them on the perimeter. Let's try to get a smaller, quicker guy. And then, of course, Cat immediately takes him down into the post. So no matter who they put on him, it's got to be done as a team.
Well, Cat goes to the free throw line for 2 more shots. Well, Gilas have made a change, so AJ Adu has come back in, along with Kiefer Ravenna, another one of the Filipino players that plays in the Japanese B-League for the Shiga Lakes. Also played for Luis Hill, who's the assistant coach for Spain last summer on the Scariolo when they won the FIBA Eurobasket. Cat makes both free throws. Now you can start to feel the anxiety a little bit from this home crowd. Beginning of the game, you can definitely feel the emotion, the energy. These Gilas fans, they have to be behind their team. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Alonso looking to isolate. The foul is going to be called off the one. I think they're going to call this one against Dominican Republic's Solano. So sideline possession coming up for Gilas. Go back to Clarkson. Clarkson trying to go straight to the bucket. Almost turns it over. 6 seconds down. Going to fade away now. Turns around. Gets rejected. Well, great defense. And now Dominican Republic. Okay, good steal by Ravenna. Ravenna finding Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson goes up and throws it down. Well, great defense by Kiefer.
unbelievable play. Dominican Republic actually had Figueroa open for the lob. Instead, it's a steal going the other way.
Well, if Dominican Republic is smart here, they're going to get another foul called against Jordan Clarkson. At that point, the offense is really going to struggle. But an offensive foul is going to be called. I think they're going to call an illegal screen against the Dominican Republic's number 12, Angel Delgado. Well, here's a dunk. Clarkson just said, good night, Manila.
Yeah, huge play by Rivera, and that's their MO. Scrappy defense, coming up with plays like that.
Gilas with a chance to tie the game up. Maybe take the lead if they go for a three-pointer. But a very static offense. They're trying to go in the lane. Finds A.J. Adu, and A.J. Adu goes up. All of a sudden, Kiefer Ravenna picking up 2 assists already off the bench. They tie the game up at 27 apiece.
Yeah, he's been a great lift for them coming into this game.
Delgado here in the low block, got it by Fajardo. It's a good matchup for him, but now the Philippines take a gamble. Three is up again, but no good. And now Gilas with a chance to retake the lead. Clarkson looking to isolate. Clarkson finds Fajardo again. It's too easy right now. Jordan Clarkson, hands down, clearly the best player on the court.
Absolutely, and you can see he's really paced himself throughout this first half, finding his moments at the right time, not getting discouraged with the early missed shots.
Well, there was a drive. The double team came, and Juma, one of the greatest players in the history of PBA basketball. Well, we might as well call him Mr. San Miguel Beerman, because every fan in Manila, that's how they know him as. One of the best ever.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been doing it for so long, and has really had a calming presence when he's entered this game. I think the lineup that they have has been a solid one.
Well, let's go listen out to the Dominican Republic's head coach, Che Garcia, as he calls his timeout with his players.
All right, that's an excellent rating. How about you? For the next one, rising star. How about you? That's right, it's you. You're the next one.
Dropping is amazing. The dropping got me here. Everybody run through. We make a lot of turnovers. Damn, a lot of turnovers. Fontaine. You can breathe. After that goal, you stay here.
Well, here are some of the key highlights so far from Jordan Clarkson. Clearly, every time he has the ball in his hands. What kind of shot as a coach would you call that?
Well, wrong foot, takeoffs. This guy's a bucket. He's going to find a way to score a lot of different ways.
Well, you see that shot in Manila. There's a word for it. Anytime this guy takes a shot, these Filipino fans, they say, uwi and na. That is the saying here, because every shot he takes, it looks impossible, but he still is able to make it count.
And, watch out, because he seems to have found a little bit of a rhythm to the game now, and we know he can fill it up in a hurry.
Well, Dominican Republic trailing by 2 points. Structure has been the key thing for this team, along with having a 3-time NBA All-Star in Karl-Anthony Towns. But he's going for the hesitation. Finds Delgado. Delgado goes for a quick turnaround. It's a beautiful response there.
Yeah, great find there from Feliz.
Let's go now with Kiefer Ravenna in the backcourt. Remember, he started in the PBA before going to the B-League, and one of the teams he really made a name for himself was the NLEX Road Warriors. Kiefer goes in off the backboard. The bank is open, and the former NLEX Road Warrior stepping up big time.
Yeah, great finish there. Great minutes, playing with a ton of confidence right now.
Both the Dominican Republic and the Philippines going back and forth, exchanging buckets. He's going back to Delgado. And again, the pick and roll executed to perfection. That's a tough one there, because you can see clearly they're struggling. But, Philippines have to find a way to defend that pick and roll with Delgado.
Well, they're going to have to pull in more than that. You saw their guards on the perimeter really hugged up. They're going to have to come in, take away that short roll. Delgado's very good in those situations.
Well, Delgado disappointed with the call, but he has no case there, because Kiefer Ravenna had the position, came from behind. Question is this a shooting foul or a baseline possession, in your opinion?
I think this is baseline.
So we'll be baseline ball now to the Philippines. That's going to be the Dominican Republic's third team foul of the second quarter. 5:18 to go. These two teams locked in at 31. Well, Clarkson catching a very tough pass, but well, Solano may have a case there. I felt that came off of Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, I agree. And you can see right away Nessler's up to challenge this.
Let's have a look at, yeah, that's clearly got to be Dominican Republic ball. Well, the officials led by Johan Rosso and Salazar from Argentina and France, they'll go over and they'll have a review. Let's listen to what they have to say. I think we also have a double technical when we come back.
The blue player is touching his last 15. This one and this one, please. This. I take it. You need to see who touched the ball last. And we need to see on slow motion. Okay. Here, I got it. Okay. Here, blue, and out of bounds. So, after review, the call is overturned. It will be white ball, side out. It was a technical foul during the 1 free throw. Okay.
Well, two referees from France and from Argentina from France. So you can see Johan Rosso refs in the LMB Pro out in France, while Leonardo Salazar refereeing BCL Americas overchanging the decision. Now, there was a technical foul call, so Gilas are going to get 1 free throw.
Yeah, you know, Angel had something to say on his way out, probably a few choice words there. He was upset from the previous play, so, you know, obviously hadn't let that go yet.
Well, Jordan Clarkson currently joint top scorer in this game with 11 points, as is Karl-Anthony Towns. But John's now just to give Gilas a 1-point lead with 5:17 to go here in the second quarter. Dominican Republic will get the ball back. Karl-Anthony Towns, we mentioned, it's been quite a good start for him so far here in the first half.
Yeah, you know, I think it's what we expected. The two NBA stars kind of going head to head, doing it in different ways, but both of them stepping up to perform for their teams.
And there's the mismatch they want. Karl-Anthony Towns going for a one-legged long 2-point shot. Can't get it. Now the Philippines leading by 1, looking to extend their lead. Led by this man, Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson looking to go all the way. No foul call, but too big, too strong, and simply the 2021 most improved player in the NBA is just too good.
Yeah, great finish. Solano, guarded him as well as he could, had a hand on the ball, and Clarkson just powers through.
The Dominican Republic responding. They've struggled in the last few possessions. Solano looking nowhere to go here. Well, it's going to be a carry violation, surely. So great defense again by Kiefer Ravenna. Solano choking under intense pressure.
And they're trying so hard to enter the ball to Karl-Anthony Towns on the perimeter. Really nice job there from Gilas in denying that. You can see how it took them out of their offense completely.
Well, Jamie Malonzo checking back into the game in the backcourt with Jordan Clarkson and Kiefer Ravenna, but also getting help from A.J. Adu to bring the ball up. Juma got it by Pena, spinning around, throws it right away. Now Dominican Republic, odd foul there by Kiefer Ravenna. The Dominican players, he felt that was more of a body check than an actual foul.
Well, you know what it is a very smart move from Kiefer Ravenna. You know, he understands how to take that foul without getting the unsportsmanlike.
Of course, the son of one of the more famous PBA players as well. Brother 30 Ravenna was cut from the team, also plays in the Japanese B-League.
And 30, I had the pleasure of coaching with Mighty Sports.
Well, deep 3 in the corner, 3 is up. The 3 is good. Well, nails that one from downtown. Time the game up at 34 apiece. Dominican Republic sticking to their principles at the moment. Clarkson goes for a quick 3. He'll pull up for it. Dominicans have a chance to retake the lead. Trying to go all the way, avoids the block, but again, great defense by Jordan Clarkson. Going back to that previous play with Clarkson's 3-pointer. Again, another one here in transition. Are these the kind of shots as a coach that you would be happy with?
Well, you know, that last one from Kiefer, I think a little bit of a heat check. He's been feeling good about himself. But with Clarkson, you know, the DR continues to stay in the drop. So why not? Until they start trapping, getting the ball out of his hands, I'm going to be living with those shots from him.
Jordan Clarkson, as we mentioned, so far leading scorer in this game. He has 14 points at the moment. I think he's going to maybe head to the bench, take a little bit of a breather with 3:32. So this will be interesting now for Gilas as Dwight Ramos comes back in. Without Clarkson, they're going to have the same offensive input.
Well, I'm sure they're just looking to steal maybe a minute here, you know, defensive possession. They know they can't go long with him off the floor.
And free throws so crucial for both the Dominican Republic and for Gilas Pilipinas. As we mentioned, one of the greatest players in the history of PBA basketball, Jumar Fajardo, Mr. San Miguel Beerman. Missed them both. Gilas fans anxiously looking on here. It's Dominican Republic. They'll have a chance to retake the lead. There's a penetration now. Goes all the way and again finishes it way too easily off the backboard. Nice move.
Yeah, great move there from Victor Lees. You see how fired he is after that.
Well, Chart Reyes probably has seen enough here. Just had the quick step there against Dwight Ramos. Outside defense by Jamie Malonzo, just too slow to react.
Let's see if he comes back with Clarkson already. You know, maybe 30 seconds of him off the floor was enough.
I mean, that's so tough when you're playing in the FIBA World Cup and, you know, you're very dependent on one play. We obviously know why. Jordan Clarkson is that kind of... Let's listen now to Coach Chart. Well, here's some of the key replays. He's going backdoor there. Dominican Republic really showing their size and physicality as Quinones kicking this one out in the corner. Their perimeter shooting, it has shown quite a bit of promise so far here in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, I think offensively both teams have delivered. Obviously, Clarkson carrying a heavy load for Gilas, but you know, both teams I think are playing pretty well.
Well, Dominican Republic leading by 2 points so far. Checking into the game is Renzo Bando, currently playing in the Korean Basketball League. Champion this year of Anyang KGC. Also played against some of his Filipino brothers in the East Asian Super League in February. Almost looking for a penetration now. As he turns it over. Well, no time for nerves now, but here in the case of Dominican Republic, keep building the lead as much as possible. Trying to silence this crowd. Is going to be called off the ball.
Yeah, game's starting to get really physical on these cuts. You see a lot of bumping and checking.
Well, this one's going to be called against Dwight Ramos. Yeah, we talked about this, and again, there you can see quickly Chart Reyes wasting no time whatsoever to get Jordan Clarkson back into the game. Well, baseline possession now for the Dominican Republic, leading by 2 points.
Yeah, you can see it's starting to get a little chippy here. You know, Bando's a really exciting player, very athletic, and not afraid to put his nose in.
Well, Bando primarily used for his defense and his athleticism. Going in for a jumper, can't get it. He was surviving an offensive rebound, but almost turning it over. Trying to run a pick and roll. Keeper trying to kick out to Renzo Bando, but again, it takes a deflection by Delgado. Now be Gilas ball deep in the sideline. 2:30 to go in the second quarter.
And interesting, Gilas has gone small here, although we see, Karl Anthony Towns coming out of the game. But, there were some post mismatches there that I thought maybe could have been exploited.
Well, Duke coming back out as Juma Fajardo comes back in. So probably going with Renzo Bando. Karl Anthony Towns, he'll go to the bench. Nectar Garcia just managing his minutes with his 3-time NBA All-Star. The foul is going to be called against Quinones, and that's team foul. Silly foul to pick up, because now he's going to send Jordan Clarkson to the charity stripe.
Yeah, and I can actually understand his frustration. I think there was a lot of physicality early in the game. I think the refs sensed that it was starting to get a little chippy and want to clean that up. But that's tough for a player. You've been guarding one way, suddenly it's being whistled a different way.
It's interesting when you think about some of the teammates he's probably played with. We're talking about a player in Jordan Clarkson, remember, who played with LeBron James and also played in an NBA championship as well. And it just goes to show the caliber that he's at.
Yeah, no question. And he is an elite scorer. Can do it with the best of them.
Well, Clarkson tying the game up at 36. Nectar Garcia, FIBA America champion in 2015 with Venezuela. The Venezuela national team playing in Okinawa, Japan here in this FIBA World Cup. Feliz want to go ball screen now with Eloy Vargas. His baseline goes up, and again, same play, same result. And how many times is Lee's going to get that back door?
Yeah, he's really done a nice job of finding those gaps behind their defense. Clarkson caught sleeping a little bit there.
And you can see the entire backcourt defense. Couldn't see where Lee's was. Now Ramos having to deal with the full court pressure. They're trying to go in for a Euro step. Kicks out to Dwight Ramos. Ramos good at contact. He'll go to the free throw line. So intelligent play. The man who plays for Hokkaido Levenger, excuse me. Interesting story about Dwight Ramos. Played NCAA Division I and Division II. Didn't really quite pan out in his home state of California, but then went and played for Ateneo, one of the top university programs here in the Philippines, under Tab Baldwin. But after featuring for the Gilas national team, then went and played in the B-League. I mean, his story is a magnificent story. Again, it just goes to show with players through heritage, there is definitely a great basketball country to play for here in the Philippines.
Yeah, no question. Obviously finished up at Cal Poly Pomona, and here he is now playing in Japan, and only continuing to improve.
Well, free throws at the moment keeping the Philippines in this game. Question is now, can the Dominican Republic start to build the momentum? Quinones trying to go baseline. Goes up, avoids the block. Eloy Vargas gets caught. No jump ball called. They go for 3 in the corner. No good. Fajardo comes up, and now they have numbers. Goes the alley-oop and almost connected with it. And the one play you expect to, go for that alley-oop would be Renzo Bando. And a blocking foul is going to be called against Kiefer Ravena.
Yeah, that pass is a little bit off the mark for him. This crowd was ready to erupt.
Renzo Bando demonstrating his athleticism when he played in the KBL with Anyang KGC. 2 free throws coming up for the Republics. Victor Lee is the captain.
And he's had great minutes so far in this first half. He's really finding a way to get to the rim, put a lot of pressure on the defense.
Lee's has been fantastic so far in this game. So far, 12 points from the field. Definitely helping players such as Karl Anthony Towns in terms of the scoring production. Again, if it's going to stay like this as we get towards the end of this game, we are in for a hell of a showdown.
Well, you can see the intensity levels and physicality rising, and the refs have tried to keep that in check, but right away it went right back to a lot of chippiness off the ball. So I think this whole game is going to be played at that level.
Well, 1:18 to go. Neither of these two teams can commit any more fouls. They will send each other to the free throw line. So defensive discipline needs to be the mindset.
Yeah, Ravena coming out of the game, great minutes from him. I thought he really provided a huge lift for Gilas.
They're going with Pagoy in the backcourt. Clarkson goes up, draws the contact if he can. I mean, this guy just gets to the basket whenever he wants. I mean, there's literally, unless you double team, there's no stopping him.
Well, you know, that's the thing. They really put Quinones on an island. I mean, it was a clear isolation set at the top of the key, but you see the perimeter guards are hugged to their men. I think when Clarkson has it, you just have to have a game plan that you're off your man, you're trying to crowd, and you're trying to force him to be a passer, not a scorer.
Well, Clarkson making the first free throw. Think about it, you know, it's possible that the last 6-8 points from the Philippines has been scored from the charity stripe.
Yeah, you know, I'm a little bit surprised. I mean, Nestor's team's usually very disciplined defensively. I would expect to see them clogging lanes a little bit more, making Gillis beat them from the outside.
Well, just over a minute to go. Dominican Republic trying to go for a triple handoff on the ball screen with Eloy Vargas. Finds the big man. Big man gets rejected. Oh, Gilmar Fajardo. No foul called, and Vargas is going to get it back, and now he throws it down. Well, Clarkson infuriated. He felt there should have been a foul called.
Yeah, that's a big sequence right there. Unbelievable pass and block.
Clarkson looking to attack here. Almost turning it over. Finds Abando. Abando goes up at Magadangabi. Good night from the man who plays in the KBL. That's a big-time dunk, and that just lifts the spirits of these Filipino fans here. 2 seconds difference between game and shot clock. These two teams tied at 42 apiece. Luis going for penetration. That's good defense by Dwight Ramos. Clarkson's got a bit of time now. Pulls up, half court. Hits the side of the backboard. And ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, the Dominican Republic, well, look at this. There was a throwdown. That's where you have to say in Manila, Uwi na, hayop hanis. Throws it down with no authority. Introduce yourself to the world. Renzo Bando, KBL champion. Well, Dominican Republic and the Philippines locked into 42 apiece. I mean, Coach, this has been great stuff so far.
Yeah, you know, unbelievable first half. Lots of excitement from the crowd, of course, but the intensity levels from both teams has been fun to watch. It's been a lot of physicality. Be interesting to see if that continues in the second half.
Well, Chair Garcia, going into this halftime talk, I mean,
There's never been a better time to get away. There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on the 2023 Tucson or Santa Fe, plus 3.29% APR. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Barkley Feather Ruffles.
Charles, it's barbecue time.
Nah, Chuck's always been a little twisted.
Everybody knows you love cheese, old man. So here's 6. Oh! No!
Ruffles, choose the flavor that speaks to you.
The total for today is 522.
What? Hi. How would you feel if Honda paid your vet bill today?
Oh my God, are you kidding?
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. I appreciate that.
Wow. Oh, okay. Today we help people take care of their best friends.
My dog's happy and I'm happy.
And we can help you too with a great deal on a reliable, award-winning Honda. Right now, you can lease the 2024 CR-V LX for just $329 a month plus tax. And we'll cover 2 years of scheduled maintenance with Honda Service Pass.
I'm your overly competitive brother.
Check.
Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh?
You got no game. Dude, that's a foul.
And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Real mature.
Vintage Y2K.
Yes.
Oh, retro Samsung. Very impressive.
You think so?
At AT&T, it's worth a new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. Any year, any condition. Even that condition.
Howard's is a proud supporter of preseason football on ABC7. Celebrate the new season by saving up to 80% off open box appliances. But time out. There's more. Top-load washers and dryers are starting at $499.99 each. Dishwashers are starting at $329.99 each. Plus, get free next-day delivery with up to 18 months, no-interest financing. Score big at your local Howard's Appliance store today.
The U.S. Open starts August 28th on ESPN.
23 FIBA Basel World Cup.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on the 2023 Tucson or Santa Fe, plus 3.29% APR. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Barkley Feather Ruffles.
Charles, it's barbecue time.
Nah, Chuck's always been a little twisted.
Everybody knows you love cheese, old man. So here's 6. Oh! No!
Ruffles, choose the flavor that speaks to you.
Did you know you can save with GoodRx, even if you have insurance?
You know, I thought my prescription was covered until it wasn't, but GoodRx helps with that.
I work for myself, so I buy my own insurance. And I still check GoodRx.
I'm on Medicare. I check GoodRx because it can beat my copay. Who wouldn't like that?
Even if you have insurance, GoodRx can help you save.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Another good reason to check GoodRx.
I'm your overly competitive brother.
Check.
Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh?
You got no game. Dude, that's a foul!
And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Real mature.
Interesting piece. Let me bring in my expert.
So many scratches.
Those are from my car keys.
Such a rich history. This won't do well at auction, but at AT&T, it's worth a brand new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5.
Wait, really? What about this?
AT&T's deal is back. Wow. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 with a Galaxy phone trade-in. Any year, any condition.
What if you could make analyzing a big bank's data no big deal?
Go on.
Well, what if you partner with IBM and Red Hat, use a hybrid cloud solution to connect data across clouds, then analyze all that data with Watson?
Okay, but this needs to meet our...
Security standards? Yep.
Compliance standards?
Mm-hmm.
So they get the insights they need.
Yep.
In real time.
Check.
To make quick decisions.
Check.
And check.
That's the solution IBM and a global bank created. What will you create? IBM. Let's create.
It's back. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on the 2023 Tucson or Santa Fe, plus 3.29% APR. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Barkley Feather Ruffles.
Charles, it's barbecue time.
Nah, Chuck's always been a little twisted.
Everybody knows you love cheese, old man. So here's 6. Oh! No!
Ruffles, choose the flavor that speaks to you.
I'm a bear. I'm coming out of hibernation after the best nap of my life. And Papa is hungry. And while you're hitting the trail, I'm hitting your cooler. Oh, cheddar! I've got a hot dog bun. And your cut rate car insurance might not pay for all of this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me. Roar.
And deep breath in.
Did you know that people everywhere are recommending GoodRx?
My doctor told me about GoodRx to help us save money on our meds.
And my daughter told me about it.
I take a lot of prescriptions. GoodRx helps me keep up.
My neighbor showed me the app. To help me save on my kids' allergy pills.
Americans everywhere are sharing the savings.
Dropping off a prescription?
Great.
Another good reason to check GoodRx.
Subway refreshed everything, and now they're slicing their deli meats fresh. That's why the new Subway Series subs are preferred by this QB.
And preferred by his old backup QB.
And if we prefer it, we know you'll prefer it too. Have you been behind me this whole time?
Yep.
Right now, get a free footlong at Subway, like the Subway Series menu. Buy 1 footlong in the app, get 1 free.
For free.
That's what.
Cup matchup between the Dominican Republic and the Philippines. Well, again, it's almost like a presidential halftime at the moment. We have the president of FIBA, president of the Philippines. I mean, the president's everywhere right now.
Well, I think that tells you how important a game this is, and obviously what a crowd here we've got tonight.
The players coming on to get pictures. Japeth Aguilar there with the #1 man here in the country, this beautiful country, the Philippines. About 45 years ago, they hosted the FIBA World Cup here, and we'll be there tomorrow night at the Araneta Arena, where the former Yugoslavia were crowned champions. The Philippines didn't win any game in that tournament, but they did finish 8th. The United States actually finished in 5th place, but just now, I think the Gillis players, I'm not sure if they're coming on to warm up or get a picture with the president.
Well, I think they know what's the most important thing, and that's having the president being supportive of you. So whatever Coach Reyes had drawn up, we're throwing that out the window.
Oh, it's amazing as well, because it just, if you want to know how popular basketball is in this country, well, when you were coaching Angola in 2019 and I was commentating, the Philippines were in that group. I had to leave the arena partially. The former president of the Philippines had traveled to watch the game then.
Yeah, absolutely. And we remember that moment as well. So it's just a testament as to how important basketball is to this country.
Well, basketball, as we mentioned, every person in this country, men and women, love this game with so much passion. It's hard to explain, of course. PBA, one of the oldest, if not the oldest professional basketball league in the very world. As that is, but now we're just over a minute away from returning to the court. I'm not sure the players are going to have any time to warm up here, but nonetheless, they're going to have to kickstart into action right away. Well, there you can see so far, Jordan Clarkson, 7 assists away from getting a potential double-double. Well, Jumar Fajardo leading the rebound so far here for Gilas Pilipinas. And now the man, the myth, the legend, Sean Reyes. That man, of course, Jordan Clarkson leading the way. You know, many players do struggle to adapt the NBA game to the international game. His is very, it's very unique because he does bring a little bit of that NBA style into the FIBA game.
Well, and I think that Philippines has done a good job of sort of catering to him, right? They understand he has to carry a big load for them. He hasn't set him up in an offense that would be foreign to him. So the ball is in his hands, primarily been a lot of spread pick and roll, things that he's comfortable and used to.
Well, Victor Lee's that man, top scorer so far for the Dominican Republic. He saw 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. He has 2 3-point field goals. I apologize, he actually has 1 assist. My apologies on that, but do have to go here. Karl-Anthony Towns back in the starting lineup. Philippines going also with another very big lineup as well. Both AJ Adu and Jumar Fajardo. Coach, I'm loving this. We have 2 centers currently as our post players on both these 2 teams. It's seldom you see that in today's game.
Well, I think Coach Reyes has decided that AJ Adu is the man for Karl-Anthony Towns, so they'll probably match those minutes whenever they can.
They'll try and get an isolation with Cat in the post. Cat going out now. That's the footing line. It's going to be a 2-0. It was a 3-point shot, but unable to knock it down. Maybe the fact the players weren't able to come out here and get a solid halftime break. But ladies and gentlemen, you saw the QR code there for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Make sure you use that QR code to download the app on your smartphone, your tablet, or your Android to get all the best news, stats, and highlights that matters to you most. The FIBA official Basketball World Cup app. The question I was going to ask you is that, these 2 teams didn't really have much time to warm up at halftime when they came back from the change room. Could that be something that affects the first few minutes of the third quarter?
I mean, it definitely could. Interesting that the DR's first play drawn up was to bring Towns off of stagger screens for a 3. So still haven't seen him down on the block a whole lot.
Well, Adu looking to isolate here against Eloy Vargas. Experience up against a rookie professional. Traveling violation is going to be called against AJ Adu.
Yeah, good pressure there. Interesting that they're cross-matching. So, you know, the DR wanted to keep Vargas on Adu and not on Aguilar.
Well, the Philippines currently have AJ Adu, Jordan Clarkson, Japeth Aguilar, R.R. Pagoy, and Dwight Ramos on the court. Feliz being heavily guided by Pagoy. Puts some moves on. Feliz goes in and just takes him right down the lane. Well, Clarkson so far leading scorer in the game with 18 points. He's being guided by Karl-Anthony Towns. Philippines trying to build something here in their offense. Way to go for Clarkson. Has to take a tough fadeaway, but somehow still gets it to drop. And again, Coach, he's on fire right now.
Yeah, he's really in a good rhythm. You could see, you know, Towns pulled in a little bit more, but still, you know, I think they're allowing him to get away with too much.
They called an offensive foul here. I don't know if they called this one against Quinones or was it an illegal screen that was set?
I think the refs are on hyper alert. You know, both teams a little chippy, a little physical. I'm sure there's something that they talked about at halftime.
Well, Clarkson putting the arc on that one. Again, that's a tough play there by Jordan Clarkson. He's going to have to get between 30 and 40 points in tonight if the Philippines are going to pick up a victory. Goes up again for the mid-range. Can't get this one. Dominican Republic with a chance to retake the lead. Towns throws a tough pass, but it's a costly turnover and something. Nestor Garcia right now turns his back to his players.
Yeah, those easy turnovers I know are frustrating. You know, Nestor's teams traditionally really take care of the ball, typically play at a slower pace. So that one's a hard one for him to watch.
Clarkson being defended in the full court. Dominican Republic have one team out. Good defense by Victor Lees. They have numbers now. That's going to be the second personal foul against Jordan Clarkson. Smart play there by Lees.
And that's what I expect to see more of. You know, full court pressure, trapping, really trying to wear him down. You know, they've allowed him to kind of play to his rhythm up until this point.
Well, not too much concern for the Philippines, but Clarkson has picked up his second. Clarkson jumping in the air.
I'm surprised that's not 2 free throws there.
I mean, that's interesting as well, but Quinones is trying to put a bit of shake and bake. Finds Vargas. Fumbles it, turns it over, and again, the Dominican Republic failing to take care of the basketball. Ramos kicks out. Pagoy's made 1-3. Can he make another one again? 6 at 1, and this arena again just finds its voice.
Yeah, and the turnovers once again biting the DR there. I know Coach Garcia is really frustrated with that.
Well, the whole crowd now rallying behind their players, but Feliz goes for another 3-point. That's way off the mark. And you can sense a little bit of nerves, maybe a bit of anxiety coming out from the halftime break from the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, and you know, that's where they need to find their anchor. You know, see if they can get Karl-Anthony Towns back on those elbows, let him get something easier than coming off the screens.
Well, defense needs to be key here now for the Dominicans. Boy coming off a ball screen. There's a bit of contact. That's going to be a travel violation, I think. Yeah, good call by the official. Well, the home crowd expected he was going to be an and-1, but, you know, great call by Johan Rosso, a French referee from the LNB, Pro France.
Yeah, you can see it right there, shuffling his feet. The referee right on top of that one.
Well, the home crowd, again, there were a lot of questions coming in for this opening game. When are they going to be able to set the new record? I can tell you one thing, this atmosphere has been unbelievable so far here tonight.
Yeah, everything you would expect from Filipino fans. Just a great environment to play in.
Time winding down here. Towns trying to bully his way to the basket. Oh, no foul call. Well, Coach, that might be the most delayed. I mean, it's the right call. I think it was just over-delayed, though.
Yeah, and I really like where they got the ball. I think that's where I would be really trying to focus on. When he's catching in that mid-post, he's just too big, too quick for those guys. You know, out in the perimeter, they can get help a little bit quicker. But, you know, obviously the foul there.
Well, Towns looking to go to work here. Trying to take on AJ doing the post. It gets the and one. He'll go to the free throw line. And Cat is just dominating right now. And he is talking a bit of trash out there.
Yeah, and I really like that adjustment from Coach Garcia. You know, moving him down low, finding mid-post, finding low block. You know, Vargas, I think, can still play alongside with him. Obviously not as a perimeter 5, but, you know, they have physical advantages.
Well, Dominican Republic getting ready to make a change as Jean Montero comes into the game. So checking out is Lester Quinones. Had a fantastic year playing in the NBA G League this summer.
One.
Now Cat here with a chance to tie the game up. These two teams locked in so far since the very first quarter.
And will we see pressure again on Clarkson? You see a full court pickup here.
Well, Karl-Anthony Towns moving up to 14 points. Every free throw really has to count here for both these two teams. So far, the Dominican Republic putting Victor Lees here against Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson split the defense down, goes into the layup, and again, this man will not be denied. Getting to the basket time and time again. Karl-Anthony Towns maybe getting away with a travel there, but at the moment, as we say, there's nobody in the backcourt who's able to defend Jordan Clarkson. The same could be said for the Philippines frontcourt.
Yeah, and you know, this is what we expected coming in. I mean, the two NBA stars going head-to-head, doing it in different ways, as we see Clarkson finishing over there. But I'm just surprised that we haven't seen adjustments to make other players step up. You know, both guys have been able to get the ball and really get to the basket without a ton of interference. Are we going to see a little bit more trapping as we move forward?
Cat stepping up to the free throw line. So far, he's been very, very good from the charity stripe here this evening. He's only missed one free throw so far, 8 for 9. And that could be a big difference between these two teams come the long run.
And he's done a really good job of drawing that, you know, that contact on his penetration. I think that's something that he really has an advantage there. Obviously, Edu giving up a ton of size.
As you mentioned, Philippines supporting players trying to play around Jordan Clarkson. But for them to be successful, he's got to have a big game inside. As again, Chuma Fajardo, the 1-2 punch with Jordan Clarkson. Working to perfection so far. Still a 2-point ball game. Cat thought about going for the 3-pointer. Time winding down as Victor Lees. Also long one take, that's way off the mark. Philippines come up with a loose ball. Can they extend their lead now? I feel like any basket at this point. We just set this crowd up, but another turnover. A great shots here by the Dominican Republic. Well, Feliz left wide open. He goes for the 3. Counted! That's a big-time shot as he gives the Dominican Republic a 1-point lead.
Yeah, huge play from Feliz, and that's what I'm expecting more of. Have these guards pulled in, ready to strip the ball when Clarkson tries to drive.
Clarkson looking to attack now, splits the defense, puts up another little teardrop. Again, nobody apart from AJ Adu going into that offensive rebound. Great defense by Adu. Towns goes in all the way, and again, simply unstoppable. And now the Philippines head coach Char Reyes, he's seen enough. He's going to have to call timeout.
Yeah, that's a great take. Towns starting from the perimeter, getting all the way to the rim. We've seen that several times for him, just using that strength to really bully Edu off the ball a little bit there.
Well, Karl-Anthony Towns moving up to 18 points so far in the game, only 4 rebounds. But again, his free throws have been simply crucial so far for the Dominican Republic. Let's go and listen now to Coach Char Reyes.
Go to my side. Go to my side. Hey, step
Interesting stat that we saw from the bench contribution. Only 11 points coming from the Dominican bench, while 15 coming from the Philippines.
Yeah, you know, interesting there. I mean, obviously we knew that starting group, Clarkson for Giles, Towns for Dominican Republic, were going to carry a lot of that scoring load.
Well, Dominican Republic, at the moment, holding on to a slender lead. It's been back and forth between these two teams, playing quite big basketball so far with two bigs. But 22 points for Jordan Clarkson. Now, Coach, you sense there might be a bit of physical fatigue going on with Clarkson now.
Yeah, you know, he's pretty good at pacing himself, so I think he has more burst in him. Little surprised that they haven't come back with Kiefer Ravina. You know, I think what that allowed Clarkson to do is play off the ball a little bit more. Kiefer Ravina was able to create a lot for them.
Well, Clarkson goes back door, finds Ramos. The three is up. The three is good. Well, it could be Dwight time if he gets cooking from the three-point line.
Yeah, big shot there. Really needed that coming out of that timeout.
Well, emotionally and mentally, that just keeps the crowd in this game. But here's the man who needs to stop. The three-time NBA All-Star. Thompson goes to the double team. Montero for three. Can't get it. Well, Giles now with a chance to retake the lead. Exciting stuff here in their first game in the 2023 FIBA World Cup. Well, Fajardo's looking for a post-up here against Vargas, but they don't get the ball to him. 10 seconds winding down now. Thompson going in. Ginebra man, never say die. That's a slogan from all these Ginebra fans. And there's their MVP, Scotty Thompson.
Yeah, really clever finish there. Great change of pace.
Finds Vargas. Vargas goes in, draws a foul. Again, it's going to be 2 free throws, but excellent execution by the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, great kick out on that play there from Clarkson. He's shown he can be that playmaker when he's getting downhill. And, you know, I think it's important for him that he does get these stretches where he's off the ball. Played 19 minutes in the first half. Probably will play something similar in the second.
Well, Dominican Republic have been great so far from the free throw line. But again, Vargas just missing that one. Well, that's his first free throw tonight. And that's only their third missed free throw tonight as well. Well, Towns and Juma Fajardo getting locked up on the box out. .330 to go here in the third quarter. The Philippines holding on to a 1-point lead. This is their first game of the 2023 FIBA World Cup. Well, Thompson just turning it over. Clarkson doesn't want to commit another foul here. But again, unable to secure it. Eloy Vargas had the follow-up. Ramos, if he makes this big time. Oh, baby! That is Reggie Miller in a Giles Pilipinas top.
Wow, huge shot there. Big confidence. Way to step up in the moment there from Ramos.
Well, I said it in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. Dwight Ramos, when he hits three-pointers, he becomes the Filipino Reggie Miller. A great job again by Karl-Anthony Towns drawing the contact. Well, Anong Oras na ngayon. Let me tell you, it is Dwight Ramos time. He is going to be cooking it out there.
Yeah, big shot. Obviously coming off with a lot of confidence, and they needed that.
Well, the man who's played for 2 clubs so far in the Japanese B-League has yet to taste Japanese B-League playoffs, of course. But again, he's going back for his 3rd year with Hokkaido Lavenga. Now the Giles Pilipinas making a double change. AJ Adu is going to check out the game. Japeth Aguilar and Malonzo coming in. Well, Anthony Towns has been great so far from the free throw line. Only 1 missed free throw.
And let's see if the DR presses here. You know, that was something they did a lot more of in their tune-up games. I'm surprised that they haven't tested the Giles guards a little bit more with Clarkson being off the ball right now.
Well, Cat continued to demonstrate his excellence so far, and a reason why he is a 3-time NBA All-Star. 11-12 on the free throw line for Karl-Anthony Towns. Ramos going in. Aguilar trying to go for the follow-up. Now the Dominican Republic Could try to tie the game up here in transition. That being got, and another foul's going to be called. A traveling violation. Well, Coach, let me know your thoughts on that one.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I thought Aguilar had hands on him from the beginning.
Yeah, what I like there, the professionalism of Karl-Anthony Towns. Clearly he doesn't agree with the call, but doesn't show much emotion whatsoever. He just gets on with it.
Well, that's something he improved on. So, having the early ejection and their tune-up game, I think, gave him an awareness of how international refs are going to receive that.
Well, Dwight going to the lane, doesn't get the ad one, but he will go to the free throw line. And at the moment, Dwight Ramos, yeah, the confidence in this young man. What a story he's had in his career. Tried to play NCAA Division I. Didn't work out quite well. Then he came to play for Antoneo under Tad Baldwin. And now making himself a household name for Gilas basketball in the Japanese B-League. But unfortunately, every great player has to step up to the free throw line and deliver. Well, Ramos makes the second one. Now it's a three-point ball game with 2:24 to go. The Dominican Republic need a response here. Trying to go this dribble handoff. Goes in the lane now, puts up a teardrop again. That's a tough play.
You can't forget Montero, just 20 years old, one of the leading scorers in the ACB last year, product of the Overtime Elite program. I mean, this guy can fill it up too.
Well, turns it over now. Montero's got it. Malonzo to get the rejection. And Chapman Aguilar, if I'm Chart Reyes, I'm infuriated because the block was made. Nobody made an effort to get back on defense.
Yeah, and it's plays like that that lose you games.
Well, Dominican Republic retaking the lead by 1 point. Clarkson looking to attack now. Splits the defense, comes up, and again, Karl-Anthony Towns gets the block. But they're going to call a foul. Well, Coach, I don't know. That looked clean to me.
Yeah, I think, there's probably a lot of frustration there. That physicality's kind of been going both ends for a while.
Look at Clarkson right there. And they come.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Credit to Karl-Anthony Towns. He learned from that Spain game. He's too important to this team to be ejected or get technicals. I think he is handling himself well, though.
Well, Clarkson missing the free throw. But does have a chance to tie the game up at 61 apiece.
Well, Josh, you know what they say. The ball don't lie.
I had no idea the great Rasheed Wallace was in the house here tonight.
He travels everywhere.
Well, Clarkson makes the second one. 61 apiece, these two teams locked in. 90 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Then it's the Group A. Well, Clarkson, great defense, and an unsportsmanlike foul there. Now, this is going to be interesting because was it contact? Yes. Was there a foul? Was it intentional, though? That's the question.
Honestly, I don't think it was. I think a veteran player in the international game would know how to do that, but Karl-Anthony Towns hasn't played enough international games, I think, to pull that off. It's curious, too. He's had a little bit of jawing with the referees, and that call maybe is a buildup from some of that.
That case there, I'm going to have to personally, again, I'm not an expert in any case whatsoever. I've got to side with Karl-Anthony Towns. Clearly, I think he lost his balance, but, no doubt it's a foul, of course, but did he need to be upgraded? That's the question.
Yeah, I think that's a hard call for him. I can see it both ways. That's a tough one. But again, I think it's a product of him talking to the refs about some of these other calls.
Absolutely,
so, he's got to be careful. Like, they can't have what happening in Spain happen here.
Well, we have three of the best referees in the business right now. Gatti Shallons, Leonardo Salazar, Johan Rosso. And so far, they have done an excellent job of calling this game. Philippines with a 1 point lead. Ramos looking to isolate. He's made 2 threes here so far. Goes for a deep one. Can't get it. Cat gets a rebound.
And, with Pena in the game now, this gives Cat an opportunity to get down low, which is where I'd really love to see him.
Well, that's another team foul, but now it's going to send Karl-Anthony Towns to the free throw line. It's going to be against Japeth Aguilar. Also, it's very good to see John Huachico, the assistant coach of the Philippines, who did have a medical scare last year, had to go into hospital, but again, great to see him doing very well and looking very healthy as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Karl-Anthony Towns, 11 for 12 from the charity stripe. At the moment, looking very automatic, so the Philippines have got to think, trying to not keep this guy going to the charity stripe because he's not missing at the moment. Well, Kai Soto, at the moment, physically not being able to match up here with Karl-Anthony Towns. But still a lot of promise and a lot of potential for that young man.
Yeah, interestingly, they haven't gone back to him here in the second half, so a little bit of a short leash there.
Thompson in the backcourt. Finding Clarkson. Dominican Republic trying to be aggressive here. Clarkson finds Aguilar. Aguilar goes in, somehow gets that one to drop. And the defense follows JC. Everybody starts to get wide open.
Yeah, and credit to Clarkson. He's made the right play every time he's gotten in there, whether that's drop-offs, kickouts, or finishing himself.
Well, that could have been a potential 2 for 1 for the Philippines. But they're going to need to get a stop on defense. Oh, again, wide open under the basket. It's just too easy for the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, great look there from Pena, the veteran. Not only a shooter, but showing he can pass it too.
A slight delay in game now. I think there was a little bit of time left between the game clock and the shot clock. And that's probably why our official, Johan Rosso, is just going to sort out with the tables. Well, this is your first ever time calling a FIBA Basel World Cup. So far, we've seen 2 great games today.
Yeah, how lucky have we been? You know, we knew we were going to have...
Game clock, shot clock. Shot clock, 24 seconds.
So indeed, our official, Johan Rosso, one of the top referees in international basketball, as we said, week in, week out. I mean, this guy was refereeing games this season with Victor Wembanyama.
somebody who I am lucky enough to spend some time with this coming season. So,
well, I'll tell you what, no doubt, of course, it's going to be a very exciting season for you in the NBA G League when you start to work with the Austin Spurs. I mean, how excited are you to be going back home first?
Yeah, you know, it's a really great opportunity. Thankful to Coach Pop for bringing me back into the fold, and obviously an exciting time there in San Antonio with Victor being there.
Well, the difference right now is, because there's 18 and 7/10 seconds left in the third quarter, there's going to be 18 seconds on the shot clock. But regardless, if the Philippines are smart here, they will go for the very last shot. Dominican Republic leading by solely 1 point, 65-64.
And if I'm the DR here, this might be one of those times where I am going to run a trap. You know, we haven't seen that look from them yet. You know Clarkson's going to get the ball here, probably isolate the top of the key. Let's see how they handle this defensively.
Dwight Ramos inbounding this for Gilas. Trying to find Clarkson. Clarkson heavily defended so far. Figueroa trying to make this difficult for him. Clarkson spinning around, going all the way. John Clarkson goes up and gets rejected. Well, Figueroa with the block shot. Now the Dominican Republic can't go coast to coast. And the shot clock, and a foul's going to be called. So it's going to be 2 free throws for the Dominican Republic. Well, again, Coach, I want to see the replay of this man, Jordan Clarkson. You know, we thought he had a clear runway going right to the basket, but Figueroa, my goodness gracious. I mean, take a look at this. That is no en mi casa. Tu no eres bienvenido.
Yeah, that's a really big play. 4-point play, potentially, depending on these free throws.
Well, the Philippines unable to secure the loose ball. So 2 free throws will be coming up here for our officials, I guess. Depending, maybe trying to see how much time was left on the clock at the time of the foul. Or did he get it off in time? But we'll find out. Let's listen to what Johan Rosso and Leonardo Salazar have to say.
Now contact with the arm, right? Yeah. Okay. So this is the contact 0.1. The light is not yet. The ball is released, so 0.1. No, it's okay. We have the contact. And so the foul is released is after after the light coming. So we reset the clock to 0.1. It's okay for you? You want what? This one? This one is perfect. This one is perfect. Don't change. Thank you. Don't change. It's 0.1. Okay? So the foul remains. The foul is on time, and we reset the game clock on 0.1. 2 shots. 0.1.
Well, official Johan Rosso just trying to establish how much time is left on the clock. So the Philippines need to send the same vibe back on the floor because there's going to be free throws coming up for the Dominican Republic. At the moment, not exactly too much foul trouble for these two teams. I mean, Angel Delgado, he does have 3 personal fouls, but that's the only concern for them so far. While Japeth Aguilar and AJ Edu, they also have 3 fouls, but the key thing is going to be Jordan Clarkson. 2 fouls, probably 2 he'd give in the 4th quarter at some point.
Yeah, to me it's less the foul trouble and more how much energy does he have in the tank. He's played big minutes. They're going to need him to really step up in this 4th quarter and deliver. And does he have enough in the tank to do that?
Well, 21 points so far in the game for Jordan Clarkson. Second free throw has been made. They're going to inbound this one at the end of the 3rd quarter. The Dominican Republic holding on to a 2-point leader against the Philippines. These two teams, it's their opening game in the 2023 FIBA Basel World Cup. Well, we will show you some stats and some highlights from this game so far, but Coach, this has been exciting stuff.
What a great game. Great atmosphere. 2 teams that were evenly matched and knew what the stakes were, and they've really both delivered so far.
Well, there you can see the Philippines 6 3-point field goals at 43%. Dominican Republic struggling there in the 3rd quarter, but they are both 53% with inside the rainbow. But again, key difference, Dominican Republic 18 for 22 from the charity stripe.
Yeah, they've done a good job of putting pressure. Obviously, Karl Anthony Towns with the majority of those, 13 for 14 from the free throw line so far.
Well, let's not forget as well, the Dominican Republic, how they got here to the 2023 FIBA World Cup. They made history coming back from 17 points to defeat Argentina, a team who were heavy favorites, and knocked them out. Coach Che Garcia's former team as well.
Yeah, incredible win. He's done a great job with this program. Obviously has them on the cusp of potentially moving out of the group even.
Well, Clarkson's leading the scoring so far. Top scorer in the game, followed up by Karl Anthony Towns, who has 22. But there you can see, Clarkson, you made the good point. Does he have enough energy in the tank? In that case, dishing that one off to Juma Fajardo, and the 1-2 punch between those two, it's working.
No, absolutely. Clarkson's been getting downhill all game. Once he's gotten in there, he's made the right reads. I'm just curious to see if the DR will come with an adjustment. Are they going to continue to stay in that drop, be willing to live with whatever his decisions are in the paint, or will we see a little bit more aggression here in the 4th quarter?
Well, there's the QR code for Courtside 1891. Make sure you use that QR code and download Courtside to get the best streams, live scores that matter to you most. 2023 FIBA Basel World Cup hosted here in the Philippines at the Mall of Asia Arena, as well as the only opening game tonight here in the Philippine Arena and Araneta. We're also hosted Japan and Okinawa, and of course in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Yeah, also interesting here, Gilas sticking with Thompson at the point. We haven't seen Kiefer Ravina come into the game in the 2nd half. I thought he gave them a really nice lift in the 1st half. Will they bring him off the bench at some point in the 4th quarter?
Well, Philippines are going to start the 4th quarter trailing by 2 points. Dominican Republic trying to hold on to that 2-point lead and trying to build on it. Thompson pulls up, finds Fajardo, and again the big man connects with it. And a nice work there between Thompson, PBA rivals with Ginebra and San Miguel Beerman. Well, neither team's really been able to build any momentum in the 3rd quarter. Montero coming off a ball screen. Kicks out to Feliz. There's a pump fake. Has to go a little teardrop. Can't get it. And now Clarkson looking to push this one. 24 points so far in the game, and Jordan Clarkson bumps in the lane. And now he's got 26. Well, Coach Clarkson is cooking.
And, you know, his pace on that fast break is just a great example. You know, so calm and collected with the ball there.
Well, they have the mismatch in the post. Good hands by A.J. Adu. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time for the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, and you know, interestingly, Coach Garcia came back here with Delgado instead of sticking with Reyes. I would have liked to see them explore that a little more. The shooting of Reyes, put Towns on the low blocks, see how they handled it.
Well, Cat thought about going for the step back. Goes in the lane, can't get it. Ramos with the rebound. Dominican Republic lacking a bit of communication in their offense. Philippines looking to extend this to a 2-possession lead. Thompson finding Dwight Ramos. Juma, the home crowd wanted to isolate. Trying to back down. They're going to call a foul on the ground against Delgado. That's interesting there, Coach, because I want to ask you this. Did Juma maybe push out with his elbow?
Well, you know, it seemed to me in the beginning of the possession, he cleared away that bent arm. So, you know, you see it kind of early there. We came in a little bit after that happened. But, you know, both bigs obviously going at it.
I'd say Juma Fajardo does a good job, but, you know, it's interesting. It's almost like the home crowd want him to do a Shaquille O'Neal move in the post more than he wants to.
Well, those are two bigs that are not afraid of contact.
Clarkson coming off one ball screen. Makes contact. They're going to call an offensive foul. Well, Leonardo Salazar, a referee from Argentina. I think that's the right call in my mind. I mean,
you know, it's interesting. A lot of European refs probably would have called that a flop, and you can see Clarkson kind of asking for that. So,
again, great job by the Dominican Republic to draw the offensive foul against him. Now trying to tie this game up. Well, again, the referee calming things down here, but home crowd clearly infuriated with this. And John Reyes just getting a reminder from the referees.
That looks like a lot of ball there. You know, I just think the intensity of the game, the refs can feel that. It's been chippy, it's been physical. Kind of had, you know, 2 plays there. More than anything, they're just trying to gain control of what's going on the court.
Well, looks like a timeout's going to be called. These two teams will talk it over. I said to you at halftime, this is going down to the wire.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the intensity of this game has been there from the jump.
Well, Che Garcia has called timeout, so he wants to talk it over with his players. So let's go and listen out to what he has to say as his team currently have 2 free throws, trailing by 2 points.
Listen. I have a car, but I got a small ball. The fuck is we doing? You know, passing the ball and try. Play pick and roll with him. You got space into attack. Come on. 3 down. 3 down. Play here. Right here. Come on, baby. Have fun, right. It's a game. Do our team. Let's do it. We are shooting. Every shot is airball. Come on, baby. Space. Play pick and roll with car. One, two, three.
Yeah, you know, you see there the 10 offensive rebounds for 10 second chance points, and that's been a real difference in this game so far.
Well, there was some early plays there from Jordan Clarkson getting inside the paint. Well, he's been fantastic so far. 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Well, 4 rebounds and 4 assists away from that triple-double, but, you know, ultimately, I think he'll want to leave with the victory.
I mean, for sure, that's what he cares the most about. You know, the DR sticking with what they do. I mean, they've been a drop team throughout all their tune-up games. They're willing to live with Clarkson getting downhill on them and, you know, hoping that they can make those finishes difficult for him.
Well, big free throws now for Figueroa. Has to deal with the intensity of these fans. Again, missed the first one. And when the Dominican Republic have shot so well from the free throw line this evening, that is only their 5th missed free throw Same as the Gilas Filipinas. Makes a second one. Philippines holding on to a slender 1-point lead. Sky Thompson here in the backcourt.
Yeah, Spanish pick and roll here from Gilas.
Finds AJ Adu backdoor. 7 seconds here on the shot clock. Philippines gotta get something going now. Fox has got to shoot it. Force up a Hail Mary shot, doesn't get it. Well, the Philippines got to get back here because now Dominican Republic have numbers. Leeds goes up, and again, maybe had a bit of contact there, but a beautiful transition.
Yeah, great finish there. Numbered break after the wild shot there from Clarkson.
Well, Thompson struggling here in the backcourt. Tries to penetrate, finds Adu, and AJ Adu responds down the other end. Back and forth action between the Philippines and the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, Gilas going to spread pick and roll, whether it's Spanish pick and roll or they're just regular middle pick and roll.
Well, Figueroa attempted, takes a three-pointer, can't get it. Clarkson gets a 7th rebound. Clarkson looking to attack now, goes in. He's fouled in the process, so he'll go to the free throw line. I was thinking maybe there might have been a travel there.
Yeah, I think you can see Feliz here trying to make the same argument.
Well, you can definitely see physically this man is fatigued. Mentally, there's no stopping Jordan Clarkson, though.
And I do think fatigue is starting to set in a little bit. You know, the bigs for the DR not quite as shifted over onto Clarkson, these pick and rolls, as you expect. Towns maybe a little bit winded from that. And I'm sure Clarkson, I mean, he's been having to make plays all night, you know, finding his moments here, but he's starting to look a little gassed as well.
Gives the Philippines a 3-point lead. Again, the Dominican Republic, they need composure because they don't want the Philippines to build any momentum so far here in the fourth quarter. Montero looking for the give and go. Again, good defense. Can Gilas push this one? Clarkson goes for a quick three. Three is up. Doesn't get it. And now the Dominicans have numbers. Montero finds Figueroa. Figueroa is fouled. And he'll go back to the charity stripe.
And often when you get to these moments in the game, both teams fatigue. Can there be that X-factor guy like a Figueroa who brings that energy to find these transition moments? You know, free throws, easy baskets out of transition can be the difference in the game down the stretch.
Well, big free throws here. Did miss one on his last trip. Missed another one. Pressure just getting to Figueroa. Now's not the time to crumble. Karl-Anthony Towns going over like a big brother and said, you got this, you got to make this one. Missed them both. Well, another foul's committed. You see there, coach, both Dwight Ramos and Juma Fajardo having it together collectively bucks out Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yeah, and that just drives you crazy as a coach. You know, just the basics, and oftentimes, again, you get to the fourth quarter, fatigue starts setting in. It's these little plays that really add up to hurt you.
That's the fourth and final team foul for Gilas to give. This is good for the Dominican Republic. Any more fouls, they'll go to the free throw line.
And I like this move. Coach Garcia coming back with Pena, bringing the perimeter shooting, letting Karl-Anthony Towns go down to the block.
So there's a kick out, finds Feliz. Three is up. Three is good. That's a big-time shot by Feliz.
No, it definitely is. And, you know, this gives them a different look. They've been playing with two bigs for most of the game. Towns on the perimeter. Now Towns going down low. How will Gilas handle that?
Well, Dwight trying to use the ball screen for Juma Fajardo. Nowhere to go here. Suffocated defense. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Well, Thompson pulls up for a Hail Mary three-point. Nobody going in for an offensive rebound. This is good by Montero. Pena, can he make it back-to-back triples? Are you kidding me? 3 puntos, por favor. And Che Garcia just rallying his troops together because the Dominican Republic, they go on a 6-0 run.
Yeah, I really like it. You know, bringing Pena's shooting onto the floor, it felt like that was something that they needed. They were starting to bog down a little bit. The veteran has hit big shots throughout. You know, another one there. Also allows Karl-Anthony Towns to get down on the block. It can be tiring for him to be out in the perimeter having to create off the bounce.
Well, it's a big timeout now for Chart Reyes. So far, we're going to go and listen to what he has to say. Well, you can see the stats so far. The Philippines and Dominican Republic off their back-to-back three-pointers. Both teams are 6 triples from downtown. But at the moment, Dominican Republic hitting them when they really count.
Yeah, 2 really big threes there. You know, Reyes, the vet, coming off the bench cold, able to knock down a clean look. But now they have some spacing on the floor. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how Gilas guards Cat down low, knowing that they have shooting out on the perimeter.
A 3-point lead to the Dominican Republic. Finding Dwight Ramos now. Jamie Malonzo checking back into the game for Gilas. Interesting lineup here now. Almost looks like they're going with Jordan Clarkson as a 4-man. Back to Clarkson. Clarkson finds Fajardo under the basket. Big man's got to go up with it. Foul has been committed. That's not a bad foul, though, because Jumar Fajardo has struggled from the charity stripe this evening.
Yeah, you know, another great find from Clarkson. They sent some bodies at him. He's able to find Jumar down low.
So far, 2 out of 4 from the charity stripe. Now Pagoy comes back in for Jordan Clarkson. That's an interesting change.
Well, you know, I think this can't be more than 1 or 2 possessions. They've got a free throw. They have a defensive possession. You know, trying to extend whatever minutes they can get. But I'd be shocked if this went past 1 minute.
Fajardo, as we mentioned, 50% so far this evening, makes the first one. Well, if we cut this down to a 1-point ball game, you got to think now for the Dominican Republic, 2 back-to-back three-pointers. That's got to be something that's got to build confidence here in the last few minutes.
Yeah, and you know, a different look for their offense. I mean, they've been playing with the double bigs, with Towns on the perimeter. You know, now with him down low, middle pick and roll, shooting spread around. Let's see how Gilas handles this.
Well, there's a pick and pop. Pena made the last, so he goes for another one. In and out, doesn't get it. Well, that would have been crucial.
Yeah, and I think those shots are going to be there.
Alonso, 3, corner, takes it. Fajardo trying to battle for the offensive board. And Jamie Malonzo not run out for his perimeter shooting. Trying to put the pressure. But a too-much of a bully ball there on the offensive rebound. Dwight Ramos, he thought this should have been a call.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a push in the back or not, but he's got to be stronger than that. You know, that was a guard that was there. It wasn't like a big that would have thrown him out of the way.
Thompson down the middle. Trying to go up, finds Jumar Fajardo, the big man, the veteran, Mr. San Miguel Behrman, Mr. PBA, keeping the Philippines in this game.
Yeah, really nice find there, drawing the defense, finding the drop-off for Jumar.
Well, Dominican players, they've rallied together here in the 4th quarter, taking the gamble defensively. The foul has been committed, and that's the 15th foul. So Karl-Anthony Towns going back to the free throw line. Chart Reyes wasted no time to bring Jordan Clarkson back in. Alonso checking out of the game, but only 1 missed free throw for Cat so far. 3-time NBA All-Star. Again, you're talking about one of the best professionals in the game. Just got to make these free throws.
Yeah, and I think, you know, if he can roll out of that quicker, it's going to cause a lot of problems for Gilas. Just his physicality, whether that's pulling in the defense and creating open threes on the perimeter, or like we saw here, just drawing fouls.
Well, 23 points so far for Karl-Anthony Towns. And he's usually... Home crowd didn't appreciate that one. Well, a man who's arguably been the face of the Minnesota Timberwolves since Kevin Garnett. And I think Cat has a big smile on his face knowing that he's riled up the home crowd.
So, you know, interesting here, Clarkson just getting his 1 minute of rest. Will Cat get the same thing? Are they going to ride him through this quarter?
Well, Philippines going a little bit bigger now as they bring back in AJ Idu. Well, trying to get the ball inbound. Well, they got to get it bound. That's a 5-second violation. And again, you know, the disappointing thing about that, you've got Ara Pagoy, Dwight Ramos, nobody going to set a screen for each other to get open.
Yeah, and you know, they need to expect that. The DR has used a lot of pressure after free throws in their tune-up games leading up to here, so they really shouldn't get caught off guard there.
Trying to curl the screen now, down the middle, puts up the floater, can't get it. Adu secures a rebound, no foul calls. That is going to be possession back to the Dominican Republic. Well, great hustle by the Dominican players. I'd say as well, Felice probably lucky to get a foul called there for the reach-in.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on there. Maybe even a travel prior to that.
Now the thing they're trying to say is shot clock's only going to be reset to 14.
You see the spread pick and roll here with Cat.
Well, Felice goes up for three. Three is up. Cat with the offensive board. This is good for the Dominican Republic. Cat going in the lane now. Bump it, goes up with it. Can't get it. Foul has been called, so 2 free throws coming up for the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'd have to see the replay on that.
Well, here's a shot by Karl-Anthony Towns. Or maybe that one's on Jordan Clarkson, I believe.
Yeah, that's hard to see. I mean, it's been so physical all game long. You know, obviously the referee is closer, has a better angle than we do, but definitely a tough call for Gillis.
Well, the problem the Philippines have, any more fouls sends the Dominican Republic to the free throw line. And again, the Dominican Republic choking here in the fourth quarter from the free throw line. Suddenly, if they step up and make all these missed free throws, this game could be done and dusted.
Yeah, you know, it's almost like a heavyweight fight getting into those last couple rounds. It's just the intensity has been so high for so long. Not surprising to see fatigue set in for some of these guys.
Well, missed them both. Ramos comes up with a rebound. Gillis needs something here. Fox using the ball screen. What about the three-pointer? Trying to make a bit of contact. Makes the contact, goes up with it. And they're going to call another foul against Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, I think this one is correct. You know, the one before, maybe he had embellished a little bit, but you know, a little bit of a chicken wing. You see Clarkson get that elbow up to create the clearance.
Well, if that's on Jordan Clarkson, that's foul number 5. He's gone.
And that is huge.
That might be it for the Philippines, the way this game has gone for them. Well, definitely the right call by the officials.
Yeah, that's a obviously huge turn of events for Gillis. They have to figure out a way now to quickly regroup, primarily figure out how are they going to score in the half court now.
Game is in the hand of the Dominican Republic. Carl looking to attack, goes up. Cat goes in again. This guy playing for an MVP.
Yeah, incredible finish there. Back to the perimeter game for him.
All the Dominican Republic now need is some stops on defense. Philippines need buckets. Dwight goes into a teardrop, way off the mark, can't get it. Patience to build up now. Karl-Anthony Towns leading the way in the backcourt. Trying to use the full screen. Goes down the middle. Kicks out to Montero. Montero, step back. 2-3. Doesn't get it. Fajardo with a rebound.
Yeah, you know, I'd love to see the DR go back to that spread pick and roll game. You know, that's a lot of energy for Towns out in the perimeter having to handle.
Well, at the moment, Philippines struggle to find any sort of rhythm in their offense. Fajardo drills a contact. He'll go back to the free throw line. The foul is on Karl-Anthony Towns. And that's his third personal foul. So big free throws coming up for Jumar Fajardo. Again, interesting to see with Gilas on the floor. They haven't played literally probably more than 1 minute and 30 seconds without Jordan Clarkson. Now they've got to survive 2 minutes and 27 seconds down by 5 without him.
Yeah, you know, and that's the hard thing, right? When you're so dependent on one guy having the ball in his hands, suddenly he's fouled out. What do you go to? You know, I'd said earlier, I thought maybe Kiefer Ravina would come into the game. He played with a lot of confidence in the first half. I think you're asking a lot if you brought him in at this stage of the game. So they're going to have to rely on, whether it's Thompson, maybe Ramos again. But these guys are going to have to step up in a big way for them down the stretch.
Well, Fajardo just gets the shooter's roll. And even in the response there, you can see he knows he was just able to grab that one. Well, unbelievable performance from Jordan Clarkson this game. 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. But Fajardo makes them both. Gilas trail by 3 points. Dominican Republic. Patience is what they need. Composure. But the home crowd trying to rally behind their players. Can't look to attack now. Attack goes all the way. I missed it. But again, the Dominican Republic get the rebounds. 3 in the corner. 3 is up. Again, no good. Well, Karl-Anthony Towns getting every single offensive board. Leads for a 3. That's way off the mark. A foul is going to be called. And finally, H.J. Adu puts his hands. He wants the crowd in this game.
And that's a big call, I mean, they've been struggling to find themselves with Clarkson out of the game offensively. To get to the free throw line here from that, get hopefully 2 points out of that's a really huge play for them.
Well, a man who grew up in Great Britain had options to play for national teams of Nigeria, GB, Cyprus, but instead decided to go with the roots of his mother, Josie Adu. Well, a man who comes from a wonderful family, younger brothers and sisters, all good basketball players, and maybe getting ready to feature for Gilas in the future. Missed the second one now. 2-point ball game. Fatigue settling in with both these two teams. Home crowd. Again, this is the Philippine Arena. History was made today. A world record for FIBA World Cup basketball. Down the middle, goes up. Fouls called. Got the M1.
That is a great set. I mean, in that moment, Coach Garcia stepping up. Unbelievable flex play there. To get the layup and one in that moment is just incredible.
Well, Lees has hit the ground quite hard. Fajardo didn't make too much contact in terms of being intentional, but it is a foul for sure. But now the coaching staff from the Dominican Republic just coming on the court to make sure he's okay. And again, that is going to be the #1 priority for the Dominican Republic.
And I'm sure he's using some of this time, too, to catch his breath. All the players fatigued right now. He's going to milk this for the most, but that is just unbelievable execution. The first time we've seen this play from them throughout the game, you know that they have these special plays in big moments. Coach calling it up during the free throws from Gilas, and they executing it to perfection.
Well, he's up on the ground now. Question is, has he dislocated his shoulder, though? Because you see he is favoring that right arm. Well, here was the play by Karl-Anthony Towns. First off, getting the M1. Well, Lees appears to be in quite some agony right there. I am very concerned it might be his shoulder.
Yeah, you know, you never want a player to be seriously injured, but there are also moments late in games where questionable free throw shooters sometimes, not saying that this is what's happening, but I've certainly been a part of teams where maybe you stay down a little bit longer knowing that you can put a better free throw shooter in. Certainly I hope that's not the case here with Lees.
It looks like now for the Dominican Republic, Quinones is going to come in and take the free throw, I believe. So right off the bench, Chauncey with 96 seconds to give his team a 5-point lead. Again, the free throw struggles from the Dominican Republic. Coming back yet again to haunt them. Thompson calling for the ball screen. Dominican Republic now defensively, making this tough here for the Philippines. Thompson pump faking, finding Fajardo. Nowhere to go here. Pagoy's got to shoot it. Well, great defense yet again by the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, great block there. A little bit dangerous play for Montero to try to get the block, but credit to him for making the play.
Well, one bucket here for the Dominicans. Could be the curtain call. As the penetration. Quinones down the middle. Another foul committed. This one's going to be against Dwight Ramos. And again, you can feel the agony right now. Some fans even heading for the exit as we speak.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. You know, I think DR was a little discombobulated. They had Pena on the screen with Towns spaced out. Probably would have preferred it to be the other way, but Kenya was able to make a play there and get to the line.
He missed his last free throw. And again, he missed another one. I think they've missed probably 6 free throws here in the fourth quarter.
They have definitely missed some opportunities to put this game away.
Well, the issue now as well is that Dwight Ramos is going to have to help out. Chuma Fajardo box out Karl-Anthony Towns. But finally gets one to drop. 51 seconds left. 5-point ball game. Gilas must get a bucket here. Thompson off the ball screen. Kicks out to Ramos. Ramos going off a screen now with A.J. Edu. Thompson down the middle. Goes up. No foul called. And that's going to be possession. Well, I think the referees may overturn this.
Well, they need to look at that. I think that, yeah, he's just coming in outright overturning it. That's tough there. You know, a lot of clock used on that to finish that off with a turnover. They need to be up picking full right now, though. Have to move on to the next play quickly.
Well, no denial whatsoever there on Montero, just allowing Dominican Republic to inbound it.
Yeah, I'm shocked. They need to be trapping and fouling right now.
Well, what a first game it's been so far for these two teams. Hesitation, Montero goes up, and he finishes that one. And again, that might be the cream of the crop there. The man who led this team to victory over Argentina, qualifying for this game. Phenomenal finish. And Char Reyes is going to call timeout. His team currently trailing by 7 points with 14.8 seconds left in the game. Well, as soon as Jordan Clarkson fouled out of the game, the offense for the Philippines, I mean, it was just nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, and you know, I don't think we can be that surprised from that.
Well, Charez, you know, for the fans watching who aren't used to international basketball, the Philippines still need to keep scoring here because it could be a potential situation where we might have 3 teams with only 1 victory. So points difference is huge in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I was really surprised how they played that last 20 seconds, choosing not to trap, choosing not to foul. But certainly right now, they have to have that mentality. You know, it's a 3-possession game. They need at least a quick 2 right here. See if they can force a turnover after that.
Well, Scotty Thompson will inbound this one. Dominican Republic will walk away with the victory. White got it by Towns. Draws a contact. That's on the ground. That's team foul, so he will go to the free throw line. That's a smart move there by Dwight Ramos.
Yeah, something quick, trying to get to the line. You know, that also gives Towns his 4th foul, which you know, probably won't be that important at this stage of the game, but definitely something they needed.
Well, again, if they could just cut the deficit down as much as possible. I mean, they're not going to get anything now because it's going to be 12 seconds. But hoping if there is a 3-way situation with 3 teams with 1 victory, this minimal defeat could be a blessing for them, if anything.
Well, you know, 12 seconds left. I mean, I'm still playing to win. So, you know, I've been doing this long enough to see crazier things happen. You know, the Dominican Republic smartly takes a timeout here to advance the ball. But even then, if they can force a turnover, something quick, get downhill, whether that's a quick layup, quick 3, make it a 1-possession game, you never know.
Let's go and listen now to Che Garcia, head coach of the Dominican Republic.
Here she is, DT. We got 14 seconds either way. 12 seconds. We just hold it here. We have to move on with Carl to the slip. Carl to the slip. Hold it. And we take 1 shot. No. Don't presionar. No. Hold it. We take 1 shot. Hey, 12 seconds. We run the play half court. We take 1 shot. Van a hacer foul. Ellos van a hacer foul. Van a hacer foul. Hey. Van a hacer foul. You haven't missed a free throw yet. Entonces, Antonio, Lester, Carl, Big Antonio, vamos acá, por la cara que le da foul.
Andres Feliz saying to Che Garcia, let's get to the free throw line. We haven't missed a free throw yet.
Yeah, he might want to double check that box score.
Where's Rasheed Wallace right now?
But, you know, Dominican Republic smartly advancing the ball. What would hurt them the most is a backcourt turnover, you know, leading to a quick basket for Gilas. So, worst case scenario, if they turn it over here, it'll eat some time for Gilas to try to go down score.
But again, you saw Jordan Clarkson there. Had he not fouled out, could this game have been different? You never know.
No, absolutely. That was a huge play in the game.
And the Philippines committing an unsportsmanlike foul. I'm not sure what's called here. I mean, so is the unsportsmanlike or technical? Because it looked like it was a change of.
I think what they have here is the foul before the ball was inbounded.
So is this going to be 1 free throw or 2 free throws? So look.
Yeah, so that should be 1 free throw. The Dominican Republic can choose who they want. So you see them bringing Towns up to shoot the free throw rather than Quinones, and then they'll get the ball back again.
So Scotty Thompson, the man who plays for Ginebra, getting called for the foul. So I think the officials now just reviewing what should be the case now, but Quinones coming to the free throw line, making this one, extending this lead back to 6 points. 12.0 seconds left. Now Jamie Malonzo coming in for Scotty Thompson. Now more games to come for the Philippines, but you know they're going to get tougher because you got to play against Italy, you got to play against Angola. Well, Feliz waiting to get fouled, of course. As a three is up, no good. The Philippines come up with it. Find him Alonso. Alonso doesn't get it off in time. And ladies and gentlemen, the Dominican Republic get their first win of the 2023 FIBA Basel World Cup against the Philippines. Well, it was exciting stuff, end-to-end action, but it's fair to say when Jordan Clarkson fouled out of the game, it was all over for the Philippines.
Yeah, you know, you could just kind of feel the wind come out of their sails when that happened, and obviously he had carried the load the entire game offensively for them, so not surprised to see them struggle down the stretch.
Well, phenomenal performance from Karl-Anthony Towns, finishing with the double-double in the end of 10 rebounds and 26 points. I mean, that's just Cat doing Cat things on the basketball court.
Yeah, and you know where I was really impressed, I mean, 15 for 16 from the free throw line, not just obviously shooting a high percentage, but figuring out how to get there. You know, finding his rhythm with easy points rather than taking a lot of difficult step-back threes, which he sometimes can do.
Well, Dominican players, remember Victor Lees, I'm curious to know if he had a shoulder dislocation when he left, because his shoulder did not look in good shape.
Yeah.
That could be a big loss for them.
Absolutely, and you know, really concerning that, you know, I mentioned sometimes guys can be a little sneaky with that, but he went straight back to the locker room rather than sit on the bench. So let's hope that he's okay and able to play moving forward.
Well, right now we're going to show you some stats and some highlights here from the game. But again, what an exciting game it was for these two teams. But in the end, as we mentioned, only it will be the Dominican Republic who will leave with the big victory. Karl-Anthony Towns was featured for this team a couple of times in the past in Olympic qualifiers, also for the junior national team. But it's finally great to see him in his very first ever FIBA Basel World Cup.
Yeah, absolutely, and he really delivered. I mean, that game was back and forth for almost the entirety. And it seemed like whenever they needed a basket, he would step up, whether that was drawing fouls. There was that stretch there where they put him on the low block as well.
Well, rebounds came back to haunt the Philippines in the fourth quarter. 43 rebounds in total for the Dominican Republic. 2 more assists and 4 more steals for that matter. Dominican Republic finished with 17 offensive boards. Coach, Philippines only 3.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference right there. I mean, they had an advantage coming into the second half and continued to extend that. You know, and that's something obviously Gillis needs to do a better job of moving forward.
Well, here are the top plays of the fourth quarter. Karl-Anthony Towns, phenomenal performance. There was Jamie Thompson fighting Juma Fajardo, the PBA legend and veteran, recovering after a knee injury picked up in Japan at the East Asian Super League. But Jordan Clarkson, fair to say, had he stayed in the game, it could have been a different outcome.
No, absolutely. I mean, he kind of had his way all game, was able to get downhill, did a great job once he got into the paint. So disappointing to see him not be able to finish this one.
Well, great transition plays. Here was the bucket by Victor Lees. Now, that wasn't the one he made when he picked up the injury, but we'll have to find out how he's doing. AJ Adu getting a bucket big time in the fourth quarter, last few minutes. But back-to-back triples. Montero! That was the big one. And then finding Feliz. Feliz knocking it down. And that changed the momentum of this game. 2 3-pointers in succession really set the deal for this one.
Yeah, that was a big moment in the game. I really liked the substitution there from Coach Garcia, bringing the veteran Reyes, seeing him there knock down that 3. But, you know, spacing the floor around Cat, I thought was a great move.
Well, they try to get things going. That was again finding Juma Fajardo, PBA legend, the home crowd showing their love and support. But Karl-Anthony Towns dominating this game, as you mentioned, with his double-double of 26 points and 10 rebounds. Phenomenal performance from Cat. And there was the and one. Again, that's a worrying sign. He lands directly on that arm. We hope he's okay, of course.
Yeah, I really do. He had a really solid game for them as well, so you'd hate to see that end with an injury.
Well, Dominican fans, they could celebrate. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, to all of our fans in the Dominican Republic, it is adios, buenas noches. And to all of our fans here in the Philippines, paalam and magandang gabi. We'll see you for more games here at the 2023 FIBA World Cup. Italy and Dominican Republic, they pick up victories here in Group A.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on the 2023 Tucson or Santa Fe, plus 3.29% APR. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Barkley for the Ruffles.
Charles, it's barbecue time.
Nah, Chuck's always been a little twisted.
Everybody knows you love cheese, old man. So here's 6. Old? No!
Ruffles, choose the flavor that speaks to you.
Can you cover your left eye and read this sign for me, please?
Helpful Honda will pay for my glasses.
Today, we help people see a little better. And we can help you too. Right now, you can lease a 2023 Pilot LX for just $429 a month plus tax.
I'm your overly competitive brother.
Check.
Psych.
Really? Dude, that's a foul!
And now you're ready to settle a score. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate.
Subway refreshed everything, and now they're slicing their deli meats fresh. That's why the new Subway Series subs are preferred by this QB.
And preferred by his old backup QB.
And if we prefer it, we know you'll prefer it too. Have you been behind me this whole time?
Yep.
Right now, get a free footlong at Subway, like the Subway Series menu. Buy 1 footlong in the app, get 1 free.
For free.
That's what I'm talking about.